It's investigation.
No, Gruden still does, yeah.
Into what's really going on with America's team. We're coming back with some birthday power rankings, and then we're going to check out an internet viral star who's bringing his lawnmower to DFW on Monday. You might want to book him next on The Fan.
All right, let's talk about Men's T Clinic, guys. It is Friday, so if you haven't gone during the week, you haven't gone in 2019, what are you waiting for? They're open on Saturdays if you're too busy. They're open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. They have 3 locations located across the Metroplex. There's no excuse. They're in the Colony at Castle Hills next to Topgolf. They're in Frisco, McKinney at the northeast corner of Independence and 121, conveniently located on the border of Frisco, Plano, Allen, and McKinney, and in Addison off of Beltline next to Star Power. Hundreds of thousands of men suffer from the effects of low T. I was once one of those men too. I have seen firsthand the benefits of the treatment. So if you're not sure why you're tired, lost that spark, or gained a few pounds, give Men's T Clinic a call at 1-800-246-LOW-T and get tested right now. If you've been debating, stop debating, man. We've all got our numbers tested. So many of your friends are probably on testosterone therapy right now, and Men's T Clinic is going to treat you like an individual. They're going to get you on a custom plan tailored to you. The number again, 1-800-246-LOW-T. You can also get your appointment at menstclinic.com. Guys, let's get back to being you with Men's T Clinic.
The only way you can take the fan with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship. Come see the world's best race for the world's biggest title in your hometown. Brought to you locally by Metro by T-Mobile. Catch all the action at AT&T Stadium February 16th. Get your tickets today.
Extraordinary deals. 2 big days to save back to back. This Friday and Saturday, shop 2 back-to-back 11-hour sales. Take time during the special savings event to shop our huge selection with extraordinary deals. Aisles of living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, reclining furniture, children's furniture, home entertainment, and office. Refrigerators, washers and dryers, ranges, microwaves, small appliances, vacuums, hundreds of appliances on display in dream kitchens, and more. Shop rooms of carpet, hardwood, tile, even granite countertops. Explore thousands of electronics from big screen TVs to tablets, home audio, headphones, game consoles, and more. Nebraska Furniture Mart has the basics to the best on sale back-to-back for 2 big days of savings. And use your Mart card for 24-month financing on qualifying purchases store-wide. Friday 11 hours, Saturday 11 hours. Extraordinary savings back-to-back at Nebraska Furniture Mart. Minimum monthly payments required for financing. 18% APR. See NFM.com for details.
If you're struggling financially, pick up the phone and call Mark Rubin. He can help you. Compounding credit card debt can eat you alive. Don't go through that by yourself, especially when there's help out there. Help that's easy to talk to, like our guy, Mark Rubin. Yeah, Mark Rubin is the dude. He's helped so many people. We always talk about thousands of folks have turned to him. Well, a ton of those people are our Tolo listeners. That's because Mark has been riding with 105.3 for over a decade. He's been with us in different incarnations. He's always been partners with the Ben and Skin Show, and we appreciate that. So we know a lot about Mark besides just, what he does with his profession there. And we know that he's a good dude. You'll like him. And why does that matter? Because when you're handing over, your personal financial situation, you want to feel confident in the person you're handing it over to. Mark will instill confidence in you immediately. You're going to like working with him, whether it's foreclosure or repossession or IRS problems or medical bills or whatever has put you in this bad spot. Let Mark Rubin get you out of it. It's Mark Rubin and Rubin and Associates at 1-800-LAWYERS or check him out online at DallasTexasLegal.com.
Listen to the Ben and Skin Show for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Carlos Santana and celebrate his landmark Supernatural album and his historic 1969 Woodstock performance on the Supernatural Now Tour. It's going down Saturday, July 6th at Dos Equis Pavilion. For more ticket information, go to livenation.com.
You get the most for your lease with an Autoflex lease, yeah.
When you want to lease your next car, there's really only one simple question. Will the company you choose make that experience easier or harder? Will you be able to get the car you want, any make or model, and go back to them the next time and deal with the same person? When you discuss mileage and terms, will they give you choices or just offer you one program? Finally, when you sit down to sign the paperwork, will it be exactly what you were told? Or if things changed, like the term or the payments? Over the last 30 years, Autoflex Leasing has been the answer to that one simple question for thousands of people just like you. They found that Autoflex has the best leasing programs and, more importantly, the best people to work with. Call Autoflex Leasing right now at 817 or 972-234-1234 or reach them at autoflex.com. Remember that one simple question? The answer is simple too.
Autoflex Lease, oh yeah.
All right, welcome back, gbag Nation. We're live on Radio Row, where a Tolo got through the security line last segment. I don't know if you heard it, but she was running around like crazy, having a blast, rolling video. And, she was just a big Tolo that happened to be here in Atlanta and wanted to say hi. And she was Skyping her brother the whole time. And it was like, okay, this is kind of weird. But security eventually drug her out of here kicking and screaming. Yeah,
I was wondering. I was like, okay, so they're letting fans in here because it's pretty crowded today. But I was like, how did she get into this area? And I wish we were interviewing Broadus and she thought we were off the air and just ignoring her. Yeah. But I wish we could have taken our headset off and said, hey, how's it going? But we were actually on the air.
Be careful. Security's about to see you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how the fans get access to this because you have to get some sort of a ticket or accreditation. But what a treat if you are an NFL fan to be able to come witness Radio Row, not for us, but there's just so many Hall of Famers here. I mean, you'd be cruising around and running into, Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin and Roger Staubach and Jerry Rice and all the greats to ever play the game who are still alive. I mean, that's who's in this room. Okay, it's time for some birthday power rankings. In about 5 or 6 minutes, we're going to talk with Rodney Smith, a man who's been on a saga, if you will.
Lawnmower man.
Yeah, he goes to different places, and if you're disabled, old, or a veteran, he'll mow your lawn for free. He's going to be in DFW coming up this weekend. So I saw him on Twitter last night and retweeted it, and then people said, man, get him on the show. I'd love to hear his thoughts. So we'll see if he's all booked up or if he still has some spots. It is time for the birthday power ranking, though. The battle for birthday dominance is right now.
All right. gbag Nation birthdays today from the 214. Hey, what's up, Jeff? I'm a Tolo all day, every day, and it's my birthday today. Justin Iington. Happy birthday, Justin. Tony Estrada says, hey, Jeff, my birthday today. Turning 28.
If you like Tony Estrada, getting caught in the rain.
He's turning 28 today.
His nickname's Pina Colada then. Tony Estrada. Pina Colada.
Put me down for birthday today. 32 years old, Tolo from Mahia, Texas. Just say Mahia correctly. LOL.
Mahia?
Mahia? Is that right?
I don't know.
Thanks, Gary Lawson. I know it's not Mexia. Okay. And that's the way it's spelled. I believe it's Mahia.
Authority.
I believe that. Yes, I believe it is Mahia. Big day for Fish, as Clark Gable is dead, but it's Clark Gable's birthday.
Okay, happy birthday to Clark Gable.
The picture was in black and white, and he had good hair, so I'm assuming Fish knows him. Let's see. Wade Wilson is 60. Happy birthday to Wade Wilson.
Used to be the quarterback's coach.
Whatever he's up to, I'm sure he's doing it well. Lisa Marie Presley is 50 today. Happy birthday to her.
Wait, I know her. She is, who is she?
Lisa Marie Presley. Yeah.
Elvis Presley's daughter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Married Michael Jackson or something like that?
Did they have a baby or no? Am I crazy?
I think so.
I think I am crazy.
No. They had no babies.
I think they had a baby.
I was going to say, Lucius.
No kids.
Thank you, Lucius.
I have not a birthday, but a shout out, a salute.
Well, we don't do shout outs anymore.
Austin Jackson from Denton Ryan, the outfielder.
Oh, yes.
We actually traded for him this last season and then just released him.
How's he doing?
I don't know.
Not so well. What you got? What's your shout out here?
Okay, this is from Tolo G. Miller on Twitter. G says, today I went to Discount Tire with an online ad for the cheapest tire I could find, Tolos. I've been laid off, having a 2-year non-compete, 3 kids, and yes, I've called Mark Rubin myself. I told the fellow that was helping me that I need him to match the price I found. I also told him I just got a new job and could only buy 2 tires today. I'd buy the other 2 next month. He went out to my car and looked at my tires and my mileage, and he came back and said, I'm not letting you leave on those tires. Pay me when you can. No credit card. No credit, anything. I paid for 2 tires. Manager came out and said, we're square. Seeing 6,000 miles for your free rotating balance.
Woo!
Cried.
Woo!
Please give the Grapevine Discount Tire a shout out if you're allowed to. Such a blessing to me and my kids. That's awesome.
That is awesome. From the 469, please give a shout out to my little Tolo, JJ, turning 8 today. And Weston says, my son Lennox turns 1 today. So there's that.
Lennox Lewis.
Yep. Phil Ivy's 43, Gavin.
Poker
player.
Tiger Woods look alike. Is that
kind of, yeah.
Or they call him the Tiger
of Poker.
There you go. Maybe he doesn't
Very
look
good.
like him, but calls
him.
him.
And he has some incredible stories. Back when I was like way head over heels in love with online poker, I'd read all about him. And he would win all this money playing poker because he was great, but he had so much gamble in him that he'd go lose it to his buddies or lose it in blackjack, like $12 million, just bam.
Next
one
person
night.
down those steps,
Yeah.
blonde, $2 million.
Yep.
Who wants it?
That's the exact deal, dude. Just so much gamble in him, and he used it to drive and become one of the best poker players in the history of the world, but shooting himself in the foot, losing it on the way out.
Big day for Mike as Harry Styles is 25.
Oh, he was part of 1D.
Yep, 1D. Ronda Rousey is 31 today.
Oh, yes.
She's how old?
31 is what I
years
show.
old.
I show 31. That's
Now,
what I show.
she has lost her momentum in WWE as well now because the audience doesn't
Somebody
like her
else
quite as much.
won, and then they took it away from Charlotte Flair, and so she's like, what? I don't know, WWE.
I've only been seeing on Twitter. It looks like her and somebody named Becky Lynch have been beefing.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
And it looks like she might be getting ready to leave WWE or something and try to come back to UFC. I mean, she needs to.
I mean, she's a little bit
She needs to join
unstable.
the NWO. Is that still going around?
Or
Maybe.
maybe Glow.
Like she's
That's not a bad show on Netflix, but there's mixed reviews on that one.
I think she really gets mad when the wrestlers talk crap to her on the internet. Like, I think it's real life anger, not doing the character. Otherwise, she's just good at the character.
I'm
But
surprised
she
how
should
young
just
she is.
She should just, in her next match, fight them.
Yes.
And then it's like, by the way, I'm leaving WWE
Yeah.
as the champ because they obviously can't beat me because I can fight.
Like
Yeah.
break their arm.
Yeah.
Do you think she could beat up some dude WWE guys?
Yes. Depending
Some
on
of the smaller
size.
guys? Yeah.
She was the opposite, kind of, I guess, when we interviewed Evander Holyfield the other day, when he was like, look, I lost, but that just meant like that was motivation to come back.
Yeah.
She lost 2 times. She's like, I quit. I'm done.
Yeah. I don't have
She
it anymore.
didn't have
Oh.
the motivation
Like
through
28.
loss.
Yeah. And you know what? She was so unlikable in all the interviews that I don't want to pile on her, but I'm kind of happy. Because, I mean, she was rude to you. She was rude to Nate Wood.
She's a jerk.
Everybody is like, dang, Rhonda.
She got some money together. She's fine.
Yeah, she's fine.
Pauly Shore is 50 today. Pauly Shore strikes me as a Gavin Dawson kind of guy.
Are you a Pauly
You
Shore
in
guy?
on Pauly Shore?
I did like him.
Okay.
A couple of my buddies liked him way too much.
Oh,
So it
so
kind
that
of made me
ruined it?
like,
Yeah.
wow, you guys are too insane.
What
about
was
Pauly
some
Shore.
of
I'm more
his
a Tom
sayings?
Green
He would
guy.
always like,
Wheezing the juice.
yeah.
Oh, the weasel.
Yeah.
The movie, he was in the movie with Brendan Fraser where he was like a caveman or an alien.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
That was a strange 5 years. And then the Jenny McCarthy years.
Rick James is dead, but it is his birthday.
Yeah.
And today's winner turning 44 years old as we're here in Atlanta. Big Boy from Outkast.
All righty. Salute
I
to
like
Big Boy.
the way you move. Is that him?
You know what?
Probably not. I don't think he would
That's
be singing.
awesome. It's his birthday this week because every time somebody references a neighborhood in Atlanta or a place in Atlanta, I just think of Outkast lyrics, and I'm like, "Yeah, Buckhead. Yes, I know that place from listening to Outkast."
Yes.
And our train ride from the airport to the hotel here was just filled full of places that they would be ticking off in their early days of rapping, of course,
Oh.
before they turned into like
Like,
really
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
No, that's not their
From
early days.
Buckhead.
exactly.
I asked KT at the karaoke bar, I was like, you gonna do Hey Ya or what? And he was like, you think I'm gonna come to Atlanta and do the song that everybody thinks was their sellout song? You're insane.
Wow, look at KT's
I
musical
go to
chops.
the CNN Omni.
That's not
Okay.
one of their lyrics.
Oh.
Joining us now, he is at I am Rodney Smith on Twitter. And last night, I saw the tweet. He said, Texas, I'm here. Houston on Friday, San Antonio on Saturday, and Dallas-Fort Worth on Sunday and Monday. If you know anyone elderly, disabled, a single mom, or veteran in any of these areas that needs their lawn mowed, please let me know. It is free. And he said you can actually text me at 256-631-0346. His number right out there on Twitter. And Rodney Smith, who is in Texas, joins us now right here on DFW Sports Station. And a good afternoon, Rodney. How you doing?
How you doing? I'm doing all right. So,
yes, sir. So are you down in Houston today? You've been mowing lawns already?
yeah, I only got one down here so far. I'm about to head to San Antonio tonight. I'll go there tomorrow. We'll have a few there. And on Sunday and Monday, I'll be in the Dallas and Fort Worth area.
Awesome. So whose lawn did you mow this morning?
It was an elderly lady for her and her husband. Her husband's disabled.
Okay. And how did you get started on this adventure to mow people's lawns, Rodney? What was the impetus for it?
Oh, well, back in 2015, I came across an elderly man outside mowing his lawn, and it looked like he was struggling, so I pulled over and helped him mow. And that night, I decided I'll start mowing free lawn for the elderly, disabled, single moms, and veterans. one thing led to another, and I turned it into a foundation, get kids involved in our 50-yard challenge. Our 50-yard challenge is a challenge that we have issued to kids nationwide and even worldwide to mow 50 free lawns in their community. So let's say you got a kid in Dallas or anywhere in Texas that wanted to accept our 50-yard challenge. They'll make a sign saying, I accept the 50-yard challenge. In return, we send them a Raising Man Lawn Care Service t-shirt along with shades and ear protection. Once they mow 10 lawns, they get an orange shirt, 20 yards of green, 30 of blue, 40 of red, and 50 yards of black shirt. And once they reach 50, we fly or drive to wherever they are. We do lawns with them, and we also get them brand new mowers, weed eaters, and blowers. So to date, about 25 kids have completed this challenge, and currently we have 280 kids nationwide, including 1 in Canada, 7 in Bermuda, England, and 3 in Australia that are taking part in the challenge.
This is just beautiful. Rodney Smith here with us. So where are you from, Rodney? I detect an accent.
Yeah, I'm originally from Bermuda, but I stay in Huntsville, Alabama.
Okay. And tell us how, you get to a spot where you can kind of just cut loose and not have to, worry about work or anything. Where do you get the resources to travel around and do all these lawns for free? Are you taking donations? Is there a way that we can contribute to help you continue your journey?
Yeah, so everything's by donations. We're a nonprofit organization, and people just donate, which allows me to travel state to state. In 2017 was when I started traveling to all 50 states. I drove to 48, and I flew to Alaska and Hawaii, mowing free lawns for the elderly, disabled, single moms, and veterans, and encouraging kids nationwide to take part in our 50-yard challenge. So that I've done that in 2017. I done it again in 2018, and I done it 3 times in 2018. And 1 time was for the homeless, where I gave gifts out to the homeless for Christmas. I just go around and helping people out and trying to encourage kids to join our 50-yard challenge and get out there and put down the video games and make a difference one lawn at a time, just like me.
Oh man, I'm sure there's a ton of parents out there that just love that. So where do we go to get you booked to mow a lawn in Dallas Fort Worth? If there's somebody out there listening right now, how do they contact you and book you? I'm assuming you have some openings we can take advantage of for Monday.
Yeah, Monday and I'll be there Monday and Sunday. So my number's on Twitter, on Instagram, and Facebook. Just text me. I have about 3 or 4 lawns lined up for that area so far. And just because we're called Raising Man Lawn Care Service doesn't mean we don't accept the young ladies. We do accept the young ladies. When a young lady joins the program, she gets a Raising Women t-shirt. So, we're trying to get all the kids involved, boys and girls, to make a difference.
How many texts will you get from people? I'm not sure in terms of radio show, because I don't know how many you've been on, but even on Twitter, you got 70-something thousand followers. How many texts do you get about each city you're going to?
It just depends. I haven't got many for Houston. I got about 3 or 4 so far in San Antonio, but the Dallas area, is where I have about 4 or 5 lawns right now lined up.
I'd imagine you're about to get some text messages, Rodney.
Well, I hope so, and I want to stay busy, so I hope so.
So what do you get out of this? What kind of feeling, or what continues to propel you to keep doing this? Is it a sense of giving back? Is it taking care of elderly or veterans? What propels you internally and satisfies you so much about doing this kind of thing?
I believe it's all of that. I believe what I'm doing is what God wants me to do, because even before I came across the elderly man that one day mowing the lawn, a few years before that, I finished high school and I went to Fort Lauderdale, Florida to attend ITT Tech, and I was there about 6 months. And during those 6 months were the worst time of my life. And I remember praying to God and just asking him to use me as a vessel. He didn't give me an answer that day, not a month later, not even a year later. I believe it happened a few years later. And that day would be when I came across the elderly man outside mowing the lawn. And ever since then, he has shown me what he wants me to do. And I believe it's just mowing lawns and encouraging kids to get out there and make a difference. So I believe I'm doing what my purpose is in life. At the time I was doing the lawn thing, I was getting my bachelor's in computer science. I was in my senior year, but I went back to get my master's in social work because I believe I found my purpose. So I recently graduated with my master's in social work last May. So, I believe everything I'm doing is God's plan.
Well, God bless you, Rodney. We appreciate your time. We wish you nothing but continued success, and we thank you so much for being such, an awesome guy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Take care. There he is, Rodney Smith, and you can book him 256-631-0346. Have him mow somebody's lawn.
It's so unassuming, where you can tell it's like
yeah,
any sort of media is brand new, where he's like, well, yeah, I'm in Houston, just cut a lawn.
Yeah.
I'll be in Dallas.
Yeah. So great. I mean, people talk about, wow, wouldn't it be cool to unplug and just give back and not have to worry about making the mortgage and you could be on a great adventure. He's living that. You know, he's just cruising around the country and loving people with his thing every day of the week.
None of it is about like self-promotion or any sort of, it's just like, why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't anybody?
Well, and speaking of GOD and all that, I just saw Jalen Smith walking through. He's looking great. He was a very, very popular man here on Radio Row. Okay, Mike Likes It's coming up next, though. Where are we going with that?
We're going back to what happened yesterday. It's time to talk more Kristaps Porzingis.
Coming up today on the Ben and Skin Show. It's our final day in Atlanta for Super Bowl 53, and we'll have the Backstreet Boys and Greg Jamings. Plus Kevin Harlan. Oh, it's going to rock. Roll home with your homeboys from Richardson, Ben and Skin, 3 to 7 on 105.3 The Fan.
Previous segment of The Fan was brought to you by In-N-Out Burger.
There's no room for compromise in a quality burger. That's why In-N-Out uses patties that are never frozen and only the freshest produce that's grown locally, because that's what a hamburger's all about.
Ben and Skin here, and the Low T Center now treats more than low T, including low thyroid and cholesterol. Get your levels checked. Schedule your quick and easy health assessment at lowtcenter.com. It's covered by most health insurance. The Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
Texas, welcome to Save Yourself with Geico.
You send a congratulatory text to your newly promoted boss, but autocorrect changes it to something unintended.
Oh, no.
You couldn't save yourself from autocorrect gone horribly wrong, but you could save yourself hundreds by switching your car insurance to Geico.
Yes.
You could save on motorcycle, boat, and RV insurance too.
Nice.
Plus, the Geico Insurance Agency could help you save on homeowners and renters insurance.
Oh.
While your smartphone's word choice is becoming your biggest problem, you should know Geico is the second largest auto insurer in the country.
Okay.
Geico even has a 97% customer satisfaction rating
Ooh.
and has been helping people save money for over 75 years.
Huh.
And now, all you can do is watch the ... response bubble and wait. But you don't have to wait on savings. Your local Geico agent could help you save even more with federal and military discounts.
You couldn't save yourself from autocorrect, but you could save yourself hundreds with Geico online, over the phone, or at your local office.
At Walmart, we give you more than just low prices. We give you low prices on the stuff you actually want. Low prices on the oh-so-tasty, farm-fresh, packed lunches with perfection groceries on your shopping list. Boom. All day, every day. Get more than low prices. Get low prices on what you love. That's what Walmart's all about. Save every day on lower prices at your local Walmart. Check out our green bell peppers, which are 48 cents each, and our limes, which are only 10 cents each. Prices may vary. Check your local store.
Hey, party people, Ben and Skin here. We already know Pluckers has the best wings in the Metroplex, but it's the people at Pluckers that make it special. The difference between Pluckers and other restaurants is that they genuinely care about our local community and, of course, our sports teams.
That's why Pluckers sponsors the Rangers, the Longhorns, the Mavs, and the Ben and Skin Show. They also work with over 50 youth sports organizations in the area. So next time you're hungry for wings, head to Pluckers, because they care about the things that are important to all of us.
Upgrading your bathroom? The Home Depot can help you upgrade that upgrade at the Winter Kitchen and Bath event. Right now, add the finishing touch with an exclusive Kohler Katoon faucet for just $89. It's available in a stylish brushed nickel finish, and you'll only find it at the Home Depot, Kohler's #1 retailer. So upgrade your bathroom and let the savings flow. The Winter Kitchen and Bath event at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through March 24th, while supplies last.
Indeed knows finding the right hire takes time away from your business.
Hiring a qualified data engineer felt like a second job.
More job seekers use Indeed than any other site, so there's no better place to find someone with the skills you're looking for.
I needed someone with a master's in computer science and database experience.
Plus, Indeed screener questions help you find your shortlist fast.
Now I'm back to having just one job.
Get a $50 credit to give your first job posting premium placement at Indeed.com/credit. Terms, conditions, quality standards, and usage limits apply. Additional terms online.
What if everyone watching the big game worked together to tackle hunger by joining Super Bowl of Caring? Change the game for Texans in need at tacklehunger.org.
Hey guys, good news. The outrageously expensive little blue pill is now generic, which means you can get the prescription medication to treat ED at affordable prices. And Hims makes it extra affordable. Right now, get your first month supply for free. All you pay is just $5 for your medical consultation when you go to forhims.com/order. After that, it's just $30 for a month's supply. Sure beats paying big bucks for just one blue pill, doesn't it? Plus, you won't need an awkward in-person doctor's appointment to get the prescription. Hims has doctors online who can prescribe the medication, and a pharmacy sends it right to your door. It's affordable, private, and incredibly easy. Nobody likes dealing with ED. Now, thanks to Hims, nobody has to. And that's really good news. To get your first order for just $5, you need to go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/order. That's forhims.com/order for your first month for just $5. forhims.com/order.
Here's what you missed from Super Bowl Radio Row in Atlanta.
Turn on the fan cam, and you're going to see the Hall of Famer, Charles Haley.
You know that smell you smell? That's the smell of greatness. And when I leave, it's going with me. So you better start breathing, you know what I'm saying?
I thought it was his intestines. He let one go a couple minutes ago.
It's a different smell, man.
Live all week from the ATL. It's 105.3. The Fan.
Dallas Truck World has over 1,000 pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, all priced below market value. Check out DallasTruckWorld.com.
All right, thanks, Lucius. We're live on Radio Row. We have another hour and 15 minutes before the Ben and Skin Show takes over. Right now, it's time for Mike Likes It.
Well, I'm going to go back to what I just have been so excited about since about 2:45 yesterday, and that's getting Porzingis to the Dallas Mavericks. I've watched highlights after highlights, and we did this earlier in the week, Gavin, and I was saying I can tell that Gavin's not interested in guys that are kind of 28 to 30 years old, like a Blake Griffin, because you're saying, hey, we need to get a guy who's 25 or younger. And then Hoops Hype that morning put out an article on here's who we consider the top 25 players under 25 years old in the NBA. And just to reset it, Luka was number 6 on the list. And there were 5 guys ahead of him, and I think you put him at number 1 overall. They have the Greek Freak at number 1, but you'd have Luka at number 1 and guys that are under 25 years old in the NBA.
Yeah, right now Greek Freak's better, but I'd rather have Luka.
Okay,
I think is, to clarify because putting him ahead right now is a little premature.
Well, it's funny is going back to that. I was like, I don't remember where Porzingis was because he wasn't in the top 5. So I was like, where did they put Porzingis? Is he totally out of it because he's not playing this year and they're just going based off what you're doing in this season, where you're ranked? But they said, no, I found him. He was right behind Luka. They had him as number 7 overall. So we were talking about that day, boy, probably out of the guys ahead of him. Maybe you could get Karl Anthony Towns because Joel Embiid isn't going anywhere. Greek Freak isn't going anywhere. And I looked at Karl Anthony Towns just ahead of Luka and thought, well, maybe you could get him. Maybe it's not the perfect pairing, but I would take him and see if it becomes the perfect pairing. And the Mavericks yesterday get the guy right next to Luka. And they even said in this is Hoops Hype, ranking the top 25 players under 25. They said, this is really tough. He hasn't played a game in the NBA. He was trending towards one of the 3 best players at under 25. So just to give you an idea, they were pretty much saying, if he would have kept playing last year, never got hurt, and kept improving the way he was, that they would have him in the consideration of where do we put him in with the Greek Freak, Nikola Jokic, and Joel Embiid is where they would be debating. Where do we put Kristaps Porzingis in this conversation of the best players that are under 25 years old? And then they have a highlight of him, which I've retweeted now. It's from way back in last year's season, where he bullies the Greek Freak. The Greek Freak tries to go up and lay up / dunk the ball 2 times in a row, and he can't because Porzingis gets 2 blocks. Then they go down the court, and I think Carmelo had the ball, if I'm seeing the game right. And Carmelo throws the ball as Porzingis trails the play, and it's a trail 3-pointer. And I'd like to say at the top of the key, except he's in between half court and the 3-point line, and he's like, you know what? Like Steph Curry, this is plenty close enough for me. And then he just drains a 3-pointer kind of in transition, trailing the play as the Knicks bench is going nuts. Like you just stuffed the Greek Freak twice at the rim and then hit a 3-pointer that is out of almost everybody's range in the NBA, but it's within your range.
Okay, a couple of notable things about that block. He's doing that stuff from under the rim. It's not like you are in a spot where shot blockers love to beat a challenge shots. You're at a spot where shot blockers get victimized and posterized. But he's so big, he can just kind of stand there, reach his arm out. He's not even going straight up. He's just reaching his arm out in front of the rim and denying from underneath the rim. And then to come down there on a break and be able to, oh, the fast break's not working. What else would every other team in the NBA have to do? Reset it. Oh, but our big man shoots threes from 39.5%. Just pass it to him. Bam, 3. So, you're looking at a couple of things of starting fast breaks and ending fast breaks that you just can't coach. You can't. You have to stumble upon this stuff and treat it, as KD said, like a unicorn you've spotted.
Yeah, and now this is what is really important to me going forward, Gavin, and it's not the most important thing, but really important. I want to see Porzingis and Luka play for 10 to 20 games this year. I'm hoping it's closer to 20 than 10, but I think you want to see it because you need to know, to me, Gavin, what exactly do we need to add next to our 2 young superstars? Because if they don't play together, you go in the offseason and you have this idea in your mind the way it's going to work.
Yeah.
But if you have minutes on the court, you can have a better idea. Should it be 6'5" to 6'8" wing guys and we just play the game like that and Porzingis now becomes a 5 instead of a 4 in our system? Or are you saying, no, you know what? After playing this, we need to get more of a center guy who is going to get more rebounds and what do you put around these 2 guys? And I think it's important to get both of them on the court together to have a better idea. What are we doing this offseason?
Absolutely. I totally get it. And I don't think they need much. What they used last year with Dennis Smith Jr. off the ball when they were trying to decide, can we draft Luka? Could these guys play together? They took about 5 games and experimented.
Yeah.
So you look at that similar, but especially if that led to his problem with the Knicks, that they wouldn't let him come back because they wanted to tank. If he wants to play that bad, you got to get him out there. And then number 2, for me personally, I'm feeling like I got to see him play to make sure the knee's okay. I'm sure their medical staff's going to take a good look at him and everything, but we're at 12 months out. I want to have any nerves calm that, he's maybe not going to be the same athlete.
Yeah.
And he's already not very athletic and giant.
Okay, so after going over the salary cap stuff, if Harrison Barnes opts in and Dwight Powell opts in, you're not going to have much money this offseason, so you can't really go get a person like DeMarcus Cousins if DeMarcus Cousins is going to be in that echelon where it's going to be. And I'm not saying I'd 100% go in on Cousins, but a guy that's also on this top 25 list of guys under 25 who might make a lot of sense because he's short, but can kind of be the bully next to the Porzingis guy to really stretch the court. I'm going to bring him up again because I love him. Is Julius Randle. He's 6'9". He's 20-10 pretty much in New Orleans. I don't know if they're going to give him a long-term contract or where New Orleans is going to be. What in the world's going on with New Orleans? We don't know until what they get for Anthony Davis, whether it's in the next 6 days or in the offseason when most likely I think they'll trade him. But Julius Randle, I think an undersized center is okay when you have a 7'3" forward, a 6'8" point guard.
Yeah.
I think you can deal with, okay, he's 6'9" and is going to be kind of our really strong bully guy who can athletically still do some things.
He's good, and he's the right age and everything.
Yeah, he's 24.
I guess I'm greedy,
I got you.
Can we get him and then, a year later, if something better materializes? I don't want to lock down the cap. This is, I think Porzingis just showed you why you should stay patient. If you have young stars, they're under 25, time's on your side. You can wait for teams like the Knicks to have a panic attack. You know what I'm saying? Now, if your core is 31 years old and you're like, man, I don't know how much longer these guys are going to be able to keep a championship window open. Maybe 5 years, maybe 2 years. That's when you're like, give me Randle and Cousins. We got to go now. But right now you wait.
So last year, here's where Cousins, Randle doesn't fit in where I think you would ruin something, is last year when he hit free agency and in the second half of the season, he was averaging about 18-10 with the LA Lakers. And his market last year was a 2-year deal for $17 million with the second year being a player option, so he can opt out. So last year, the market said he's an $8 million player, and that was the best he could get and not a long-term deal. You kind of have your mid-level exception or maybe a little bit more if Harrison Barnes opts in. I think I'm okay if I get Julius Randle, who I do think is a better player than Dwight Powell. I know that there's a lot of Maverick fans that love Dwight Powell, and I like him. I think he's solid, but I think Julius Randle is better. If you could give him a 4-year deal at $44 million, a 4-year deal at $48 million, something like that, you're not eating up like, oh, no, we can never go get something else because Julius Randle, just to your point, like, I think we can be greedy and still get Julius Randle to be either your sixth man off the bench, which he, sometimes plays in New Orleans, or, hey, we're going to go with the small center at Julius Randle. And basketball, Gavin, is becoming so positionless that Porzingis and he gives you so much options because he's a 7'3" forward.
Yeah. Okay, so as much as I like Porzingis and Doncic, it's not LeBron, you know,
True.
And it's not Kevin Durant. So if we're going to try to go beat teams that are built to beat those squads, you need like 3 superstars. I think 3 is the cost to sit down at the table.
Before seeing them play, if you could say the kind of, and I know I just said positionless basketball, but give me kind of the idea of the player that you think will be the perfect fit for those guys that would be your other star player. That could be also a star player with these 2 guys.
Okay. You know, the small forward type at Duke right now, what's his name? JR or something, JT Barrett. Yeah.
Okay. RJ Barrett.
Yeah, a mature version of that on the wing, you know, who can be opposite Jason Tatum, you know, 6'8". I can make threes. I can break you down off the dribble.
Klay Thompson.
I'm very versattle defensively. Absolutely, Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson's like the minimum of what I'm thinking, though. You know, or a point guard, a traditional point guard like Brunson plays, but much better. You know, like 40% from 3, locking down on defense. You know, I could maybe lead a non-playoff team by myself, but I'm here with 2 other guys that are better than me. You know, those kinds of guys that are going to be great defensively, can stretch the floor, and maybe on their own team would be a star player.
There's a lot of rumors around now. The Mavericks' next target, maybe not in trade, even though Orlando might trade him, is Vukovic, the center that's averaging 24 and 12, I believe is what he's averaging. I could be a little off on his
20
numbers.
and 12, I think, in Orlando.
20 and 12. He made the All-Star team last night in the Eastern Conference, just to give you an idea. Like, Rudy Gobert's a better player, no question about it. He's just in the Western Conference versus Eastern Conference. Will you be disappointed if the Mavericks end up giving something like, because those are great numbers from a center, that they give him 20, they work out a deal, but it's $20 million a year over the next 4 years? Will you say that wasn't the right piece? Even though that does get you
20 and 12, 38% from 3. So he can shoot.
I know. I need somebody else on the perimeter making things happen, though. You know, I think
you don't want an all 6'8" and up European squad.
No, and Porzingis really stretches me already. You know, because I think the thing is not just the 3-point shooting, but it's the ability to create your own 3, which you shoot at 40% off the dribble. You know, that's the thing that the modern players are doing that the old guys couldn't.
Well, Luka's going to get you all your looks.
Okay,
you don't have to do it by yourself ever. It's all Luka.
James Harden does for the most part. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to be the first one to throw this out here. Porzingis is definitely the best piece of this trade. I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised with what Tim Hardaway Jr. does here with Luka leading the team and him working off of Luka. He's never been able to work off a player like this. Okay. And I think Tim Hardaway Jr. can have an impact in the next 2 years. So, yes, does he make too much money? But I think Maverick fans are going to really like what Tim Hardaway Jr. brings in the effort, energy, defensive category.
Well, it's a treat and a real thrill to be talking NBA like this with you and with everybody out there in the audience once again, because it's real. You know, as a guy that's loved the NBA, I felt like, man, it's been a hole in my soul for years, because we just can't get enough segments onto the air for a team that's going to win 25 games and they won't even draft a young player. But now everything turned on its head last night, and we really have another potential championship team in the making to talk about right here in DFW. Okay, is it to the extent we could do something we haven't done for 7 years on DFW Sports Station? Could we take Mavericks phone calls at 877-881-1053? What do you think of the Porzingis acquisition? How soon can the Mavs become contenders for the championship?
And if you don't call, we're not doing Maverick segments ever again.
There you go. You got the number.
So there you go, Mavs fans. If you want it, you better call.
We'll quit the show. It'll just be dead air.
Here we go.
The only way you can take the fan with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
This CBS Sports Minute brought to you by the snoring experts at simplesleepservices.com. Get the right diagnosis, the right solution, the right treatment to help you wake up to better sleep.
This is Jim Rome with the CBS Sports Minute. Aside from the Super Bowl itself Sunday, one of the big topics here in the ATL is what's going on in Pittsburgh with the Steelers and Antonio Brown. Namely, how has one of the league's most stable franchises become one of the most dysfunctional? Has Brown obliterated all the bridges there? And if he has blown up the bridge, is it his fault or Ben Roethlisberger's or Coach Mike Tomlin's? I put that question to former Steeler great Hines Ward, and he said,
I'm not going to give Antonio Brown a pass. I mean, you're a grown man. They pay you a lot of money. You got to grow up at some point and be like,
like, listen, I got to be held accountable for my actions. I need to be there for my team. But at the same time, some of this stuff falls on Coach Tomlin. You allow some of this stuff to go on.
Exactly right. And you can't tell me that any of them are better off without any of the others, just as you can't tell me that that can't be fixed. Sit down, man up, own it, and fix it. I'm Jim Rome.
Beep's coming. You know what to do.
Hey, I'm gonna just rip this Band-Aid off. We need to break up. You're not good for me. I'm always sweaty and uncomfortable around you, and I'm not getting any benefits from this relationship. You're just a basic memory foam mattress. I deserve better. And before you ask, yes, there is someone else. I've been seeing the purple mattress online for a while now. Don't blame yourself. How can you compete with a bed that totally supports me, hugs my pressure points, and sleeps so effortlessly cool? Not to mention the 100-night trial and free shipping. Now that's a bed with benefits. It'll make me feel better than you ever could.
Break up with your old mattress and get with the Purple today. Get a $100 store credit with the purchase of a mattress. Just text RELAX to 474747 to get your $100 store credit. The only way to get this exclusive offer is to text RELAX to 474747. That's RELAX to 474747.
Message and data rates may apply up to 5 messages a month. TNC and privacy policy found at purple.com. Reply help for help or stop to cancel.
At AT&T, we believe that access to affordable home internet brings you incredible opportunities. You can enjoy the power to explore a digital world of possibilities and connect with family, friends, and the things that matter most. That's why there's access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month. No commitment, no deposit, no installation fee. Plus, get an in-home Wi-Fi gateway at no extra cost. Call 1-855-220-5211 or visit att.com/aware to learn more.
SNAP refers to the Federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Pricing excludes tax. Service will include a monthly data allowance depending on the type and speed of service you receive. If you exceed your monthly data plan allowance, you will be automatically charged $10 for each 50 gigabytes of data usage in excess of your data plan, even if less than 50 gigabytes is used. For details about data allowances, go to att.com/internet-usage. Wi-Fi enabled device required. Other restrictions apply.
Texas. Welcome to Save Yourself with Geico.
You casually maneuver to snap a photo of the guy at the restaurant who looks just like that one celebrity from that movie, and your flash goes off. You couldn't save yourself from the embarrassment of doppelganger guy noticing your paparazzi pic. But you could save yourself hundreds by switching your car insurance to Geico.
Yes.
You could save on motorcycle, boat, and RV insurance too. Plus, the Geico Insurance Agency could help you save on homeowners and renters insurance.
Okay.
While your flash-happy smartphone has become your biggest problem, you should know Geico is the second largest auto insurer in the country.
Nice.
Geico even offers 24/7 access to licensed agents in the award-winning Geico mobile app.
Ooh.
And while your impromptu photo shoot didn't go as planned, you could plan on saving more, like military and federal discounts, with your local Geico agent.
You couldn't save yourself from the shame of being outed by your camera flash, but you could save yourself hundreds with Geico online, over the phone, or at your local office.
We're talking with Eden, an actual client of Frankel & Frankel at 1-800-LAWYERS.
When my car accident happened, between calling 911 and trying to avoid the guy who clearly wasn't paying attention that hit me, then the sirens, then the emergency vehicles, you were overwhelmed. I called 1-800-LAWYERS from the scene of the accident, and it's the best phone call that I've ever made. The call is free, and you're talking with a highly experienced personal injury lawyer at Frankel & Frankel, whose entire focus is to be sure you're okay and that you get the best care possible. There's no out-of-pocket costs at all, and the Frankels work with incredible doctors all over DFW. I was injured, I missed work, I needed a rental car. My doctors were fantastic. Now I'm focused on my recovery and let the Frankels deal with everything, including putting the insurance company on notice that they'll go all the way to trial if necessary to get a recovery that is best for me and my family.
If you're in an accident and it's not your fault, immediately call Frankel & Frankel at 1-800-LAWYERS or online at frankelfirm.com. Principal office, Dallas, Texas.
This is the exclusive home of Dallas Cowboys football. KRLD FM and HD1, Dallas, Fort Worth. Let's go, Cowboys.
A radio.com station. Live from Radio Row at Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta.
Let's do this.
You're rolling with DFW's #1 midday show, the G-Bag Nation, on 105.3 The Fan.
It is hour number 5 of the G-Bag Nation here on 105.3 The Fan. We're about to take your Porzingis phone calls here. It's been 7 years on 105 through the fan since we've taken your Mavs calls. We're excited to do it.
Hey, guys, this is Jeff in Atlanta. I'm from Dallas, though. I'm really happy. I'll hang up and listen.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah!
Yeah, we're live on Radio Row, and it's a Super Bowl Friday, but Porzingis has been the big topic with us all week. A lot of different radio stations coming around, fist bumping, getting our thoughts and insights on it. Here's a question from Twitter, though, for you, Mike. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Is there anything the Cowboys could do that would get the same reaction from Mike as the trade for Porzingis did?
I will say this offseason, if they add Earl Thomas. I think if they add Earl Thomas, then you're looking at adding an elite player at the end of his prime. Hopefully he'll be fine from the broken bone that he had. Was it in his ankle or shin area or something?
His was just a broken leg, so I think it was whichever. Pick your big bone.
Okay, but I think if they sign Earl Thomas, that would be something where I'm like, hey, I think they're going for it and can do something.
And that would be a big impact move. But for me, the closest thing you could get would be to get an all-pro style quarterback, like drafting Trevor Lawrence.
And here's the tough thing. In the NBA, adding that one guy changes everything. In the NFL, it doesn't change everything, but it does get you more excited about your team.
So I'm thinking, speaking of excitement, that the Mavs are contenders in waiting at this point. To me, it's just a matter of time, assuming health. But I feel kind of the way I did about the Blazers when they had Roy, Aldridge, and Oden at this point. Just let the cake bake, and we'll see in a couple of years. But they're probably going to be at least in the conversation, conference finals.
We're next to the Boston radio station, and today they're like, hey, do you guys think you can get Kyrie Irving now in the offseason? What's your salary cap thing? And I was like, wait.
Other teams are coming to the Dallas table to talk hoops.
Is that a deal? Like, you guys think Kyrie would leave Boston for Dallas? And they're like, well, he's a weird dude. And we're like, but now they're like, players might want to come to Dallas because they're like, wait a second. You guys got two very young superstars that I can build around.
And now you're in the game of being that city, that team that is like, wait, if I go there, we can build our own thing and try to take down the big three. That's what every superstar wants right now. Is like, man, I might have to leave the team that drafted me to go try to beat one of these super teams because you need a ring. If you got a ring, or if you could end up with 3 rings, you can print money for your entire retirement. Your shoes will sell like hotcakes for the next 30 years of your life if you can become one of those guys. So now it's like you quickly went from a team hoping to a team that's definitely inside the game. And a salute to the front office for preserving their asset. The Knicks are giving you a clinic on how you spoil assets and take people off, and then you have no leverage in trade situations. But the Mavs absolutely protected their leverage. They protected their asset with Dennis Smith Jr. They had to lie to us and say he didn't go AWOL. He respects the organization, and there's nothing disrespectful coming across from Dennis Smith Jr. But it was the right thing to do, and they bared the fruits of it. What do you guys think, though? At 877-881-1053, Lucius, where are we going?
We're going to go to Anthony in Fort Worth first. What's up, Ant?
How you doing, Anthony?
Hey, how's it going?
Awesome. How about you?
What's up?
I'm doing all right. Hey, Jeff, first of all, you shut up. Stop telling Mike to shut up.
I like this guy.
Disrespectful.
Second of all, I just want to talk about this Porzingis trade that y'all got. Not understanding how y'all think that's going to win y'all a championship. It's just kind of funny to me that everybody's talking about championship. I understand being excited, but at the same time, you got to pump your brakes. You got to let these two guys play on the same team first before you understand if they got chemistry or not. I just wanted to let y'all know, pump your brakes real quick.
How about this? Shut up. You shut up. We're going to be excited about adding a star player. How about that? Now, sure, you got to let a couple of teams die. You got to wait till the Warriors die, and you got to wait till who else needs to die? No, that's it. Just once the Warriors pass away and a couple of these guys get old. The beauty of it is the window goes like 15 years.
Yeah.
That's the beauty, because they didn't do this without doing the homework of thinking, listen, Porzingis is a Mav.
Yeah.
He's here and then qualifying offer and then he's a free agent. No, they did their homework, and he's going to be here.
You need multiple stars, and the Mavs have the most attractive city outside of LA. LeBron's old. People don't like playing with LeBron.
Yeah.
They actually.
Except Kyrie now. He wants.
I guess Kyrie wants. Yeah, he's thinking about going back. Golden State. Okay, they're there now, but you're really next in line. Chris Paul getting old with Houston. Maybe they can scrap out a little window with Clint Capella. But, then they're going to be back in a window with supermax players trying to create cap space to find their third guy to fall in.
It's over in San Antonio.
The Mavs have 2 players, the city, and the cap space. Nobody's future is brighter in the West. I'll take the point. Nothing's guaranteed.
True.
The championship, it's not there.
I like that. As you made me think, I was like, yeah as of today, no future's brighter in the West than the Dallas Mavericks. It could change if Kawhi Leonard goes to the Clippers and another Kevin Durant joins them. Well, that changes, what's going to happen over the next 5 years in the West. But right now, today, the future is brightest in Dallas.
It looks good, man. Let's get some shades on for the rest of this show. Where are we going next, Lucius?
We're going to Jose in Fort Worth. What's up?
Jose. Hey guys, I just got a question for you guys, man. Do you think by adding Porzingis, do we have a shot at Dirk coming back for another year? It just seems that every city he's going to, that like everybody's assuming that he's going to retire at the end of the year. And I just think by adding him, we can get him another year.
I think
it's time to retire.
He doesn't really help you anymore in an NBA game. I hate saying that. He's the greatest Maverick of all time. That'll be tough to ever take that from him, but he'll stick around for Porzingis, as in, he doesn't need to be on the active roster. He can kind of hang out at home. I think he wants to be part of the game. He's talked about, staying at home. That's kind of why he's still playing. He still loves being around the guys and everything. He can be around the guys without being on the roster.
Yeah. Show up every day if he wants.
Yeah.
Get a workout in, Dirk. By the way, if you missed the news, the NBA did invite Dirk to the All-Star game. They're going to let him play and everything as the 13th man, along with D. Wade for a 13th man on the East.
Just to balance it out for Mike, they let Dirk in, and then they also let Wade in, just so that he couldn't be too happy.
Who's next, Lucius?
Daniel in Dallas. Yeah, girl. What's up, Daniel?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Wait, did he say girl?
You don't remember that drop? Dallas? Yeah, girl. That was here on the fan, y'all.
What's up, Daniel?
So, very exciting trade. I don't necessarily think we need another all-star because, we got a coach in Carlisle who's just really good at getting maximum effort from the guys we got. So I think maybe like a Danny Green or Jay Crowder type and, fill out the bench a little more, and we would have a legitimate shot at competing in the West.
Appreciate the call, Daniel. I think right now,
what if we have to fire Rick to get the next free agent? We're all good with that.
If it came to that, if Porzingis said, "I'm not staying here," or Lucas said, "I'm not staying here," if Rick stay, then you fire the coach.
You now have enough talent that the coach is not that important.
That's the beauty of the whole thing. They have acquired enough star power that if they turn on the coach, we can move on.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be plenty of times to talk about role players like Crowder, and it'd be cool to get him back. But right now, the Mavs have to be in a spot where they are looking at their cap space as, here is our opportunity to get an awesome player. Once you get that awesome player to fall into place, now you use your mid-level exception to attack on the role player types. But every dollar you spend now on guys like that you feel kind of good about, it might prevent you from the max deal to bring in a real superstar.
The last team to win a championship without 3 superstars was the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, it's so rare. Yeah.
I mean, now it's all about you have to have 3 to 5 superstars.
Yeah. So maybe you tack on a couple of those players in hopes of one day facilitating a trade for them.
Yeah.
But whoever you bring on next that's not a superstar is just roster filler until that guy falls into place for you. Who's next, Lucius?
Let's go to Ricky. What's up?
What's up, Ricky?
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for taking my call. Yeah, I feel like this is a really good trade for the Mavs. Not only for the franchise. I mean, for the franchise, it'll bring big fish in, I feel like. And also, I had a question for Mike. Who do you think, money-wise, could come to the Mavs realistically?
Oh,
right now, what do they really have? Like 18 million?
Maybe it gets all confusing with everything now.
But not a max player.
Not a max player. I'll tell you the one that I'm interested in, but I mean, it would be a big risk. It could be high reward. Is at the end of the year, DeMarcus Cousins is showing he's healthy. If you want to take a huge risk and bring in a dude who's going to be when healthy, 26 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, a blocked shot, be the center. And I mean, you could bring in, and he stretches the court, great passer from the center position, but then you're bringing in that attitude. And I don't know it could be catastrophic to bring in DeMarcus Cousins, or it could be an absolute, now you have the best team in the NBA, not in 2019-20, but maybe in 2021, you'd have the best team in the NBA.
There's no way he'd do a 1-year deal, right?
I don't
he's
think so
proving
after.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's looking good.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, last night, at least his attitude looked good, but that's watching one game.
Do you think he'd be tradable in 18 months after signing him? Because that's my biggest fear is now you're locked into Boogie, and if he's got an attitude or an injury, then it's over.
Yeah. To your point, yeah. That's why I'm saying it could be catastrophic.
Yeah.
It could be the most awesome thing.
Absolutely.
You could get a top 5 player in the NBA for the next 3 to 4 years, or you could get a catastrophic situation where it just really chemistry-wise kills you.
Yeah, people mature at different points. By the time Ron Artest was in Houston and then the Lakers, he was still kind of edgy and tough, but could totally get along.
Yeah.
And if Cousins is going into that part of his life, you have to be open-minded to it.
Yeah.
Who's next, Lucius?
Caden and Flower Mound. Caden, you are up, homie.
What's up, fellas? How's it going?
Good.
Awesome.
Hey, so I'm just excited as everybody else about this trade. I think it's going to, lay the foundation for the next probably 10 years, I hope. But I don't want to get too far from the basis. And so, with that being said, can we just take a minute and talk about Luka's mom?
I love a good phone joke.
Good call. Good call.
That's the best part about phone calls, by the way.
Yeah.
Not your sports points, but any way you can take it off
really
the rails.
pretty, right?
I think Sean is hoping to maybe marry her at some point.
Sean's in a relationship.
Oh,
now.
that's what I'm way off on that one.
Huh.
Sounds like a
I'm trying to take a peek here.
Dry snitching, Mike.
Oh, yeah. I'd forgotten that she's an attractive lady. Congrats to her.
Would you leave your current significant other and or wife to marry Luka's mom?
No.
That's the question.
No
for all
chance.
Mavs fans.
No.
I know.
No, you got to be careful because,
Looking
I
at
don't know.
millions.
Is she getting some of that Luka money?
right.
Yep.
And
Well,
if you buy
You'd be Luka's stepdad. That would be really
Come
weird.
on now.
That's
That's a come up in the world. That is a come up.
It'd be pretty awesome. I mean, your kids would hate you and your ex-wife.
They'll get over it.
Yeah, they get floor tickets, man.
I'll buy you a
Come on,
Cadillac.
What if Luka, though, hates you because you're the stepdad? And then
what if you're
I'd be
the
the cool
reason
stepdad.
he
Yeah.
leaves Dallas? He's like, you know what? I hate this guy. I'm leaving this city.
Well,
You'd have to tell him, son, we're coming
Yeah.
with you wherever you go.
that's the ultimate backfire. Okay, I think we have time for one more. Where are we going,
Let's
Lucius?
go to let's see, he's been holding for a long time. Parker in Dallas. What's up, Hawk?
What's up, guys?
Yo, how you doing?
Hey, we got Kristaps. We got the unicorn, guys. We did it.
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah. That's the best call we've had.
That's it.
Hey.
Yeah.
Appreciate
I
you,
don't
buddy.
know
Have
how
a
to
great
follow
weekend.
up the last call, but maybe we can go back to roster construction. How are we not sure Bradley Beal's still not a guy that can, complement the way the team's constructed now? What do you guys think?
And how does his mom
He would
look?
honestly be an awesome compliment. He makes a lot of money. And at this point, you traded all your draft pick assets for the next 6 years in the Luka / Porzingis deal. You don't have another Dennis Smith Jr. on your team. It's going to be really tough to make a trade for another star guy.
Yeah, I think the only kind of trade they can make right now would be a trade of a good player for an expiring contract. If
Yeah.
you want to try to get in the free agent game that way. But, I think Harrison Barnes is the only one that kind of qualifies for that.
Yeah.
If you're a playoff team and you have a bad contract, you're like, sure, we'll take Harrison Barnes and we'll give you a contract that expires immediately.
Yeah.
Maybe you could find something like that. But no, I think right now it's trying to position yourself for free agency. And the great news is you probably wouldn't have been able to go into free agency with just Luka and get a Greek freak or try to convince somebody like that. But now that you have two, if you have the cap space, I think it's very legitimate to be a big-time free agent player at the upper echelons of the NBA.
Good. You did it, Maverick fans. You did it. We are going to talk NBA every once in a while now.
Yeah.
On a consistent basis.
So, well,
okay.
absolutely.
I don't know. I think the
hoop.
mom thing was offensive and we can't do it.
Yeah, I think we Me Too'd half the audience right there.
Do you think their ratings will go to like a 2 or a 3 once Porzingis? I mean, I'm just saying, I know it sounded like a joke, but honestly, it's a serious question. Do you think they will get back to where, like, when the Rangers play the Yankees, it's like a 4 or a 4.5 in the TV ratings, and they've been still in the low ones or even just below 1 with
There's got to be an immediate surge, but I think to hit the TV ratings and get people digging down there to Fox Sports Southwest, you got to be winning.
Okay.
Like 2 winning months plus Porzingis and Luka, that would build significant buzz.
Winning. Interesting word.
Yes, it is indeed. Text the word road to 72881. It is winning time every hour right here on DFW Sports Station. Text the word ROAD. That's ROAD to 72881. Your next chance to win a grand coming up in the Ben and Skin Show at 316 right here on your Turn It On, Leave It On station. And we're coming back with the G-Bag of the day here on The Fan.
The one place to grab The Fan wherever you go. Radio.com. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
Valentine's Day is coming up, and Simple Sleep Services has the perfect gift. A dozen roses for your Valentine and a lifetime of better sleep for you both. Call 469-685-1700 now or visit simplesleepservices.com. Get in by February 14th to get those roses and a better night's sleep.
Extraordinary deals. 2 big days to save back to back. This Friday and Saturday, shop 2 back-to-back 11-hour sales. Take time during the special savings event to shop our huge selection with extraordinary deals. Aisles of living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, reclining furniture, children's furniture, home entertainment, and office. Refrigerators, washers and dryers, ranges, microwaves, small appliances, vacuums, hundreds of appliances on display in dream kitchens, and more. Shop rooms of carpet, hardwood, tile, even granite countertops. Explore thousands of electronics from big screen TVs to tablets, home audio, headphones, game consoles, and more. Nebraska Furniture Mart has the basics to the best on sale back to back for 2 big days of savings. And use your Mart card for 24-month financing on qualifying purchases store-wide. Friday 11 hours, Saturday 11 hours. Extraordinary savings back to back at Nebraska Furniture Mart. Minimum monthly payments required for financing. 18% APR. See NFM.com for details.
Gavin Dawson back here with you. Special news from our friends at D&M Leasing. Even though the Feds raised interest rates, I called D&M Leasing and I said, is there anything we could do for the G-Bag Nation, for the proud Tolos? They said, sure. So D&M has lowered interest rates for 2019. And since they know your wallet could be hurting from Christmas, the holidays, they're offering no down payment, no payments for 60 days. All you have to do for all that, ask them for the G-Bag Nation special. Yes, lower interest rates, no down payment, no payment for 60 days. And D&M is the largest consumer leasing company in America, so the large volume means large discounts for you and me. Hey, leasing's the best way to retire negative equity. And with D&M Leasing, you'll not only retire it, but you'll also get lower monthly payments. You won't even have to leave the comfort of your home to get into that new car. D&M will deliver it to wherever you are, and you can sign all the documents online. Take advantage of the G-Bag Nation special. That's right, lower interest rates, no down payment, no payments for 60 days. You can get a new car this weekend, maybe by tonight. They'll bring it by. Any local area code and 35 LEASE, or visit them online at dmautoleasing.com.
Hey guys, good news. The outrageously expensive little blue pill is now generic, which means you can get the prescription medication to treat ED at affordable prices. And Hims makes it extra affordable. Right now, get your first month supply for free. All you pay is just $5 for your medical consultation when you go to forhims.com/order. After that, it's just $30 for a month's supply. Sure beats paying big bucks for just one blue pill, doesn't it? Plus, you won't need an awkward in-person doctor's appointment to get the prescription. Hims has doctors online who can prescribe the medication, and a pharmacy sends it right to your door. It's affordable, private, and incredibly easy. Nobody likes dealing with ED. Now, thanks to Hims, nobody has to. And that's really good news. To get your first order for just $5, you need to go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/order. That's forhims.com/order for your first month for just $5. forhims.com/order.
Have you heard Albertsons and Tom Thumb now deliver groceries to your front door? Simply go to albertsons.com or tomthumb.com. It's the fastest and easiest way to get the freshest produce, quality meats, and everything in between. Hey kid, nice catch.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Whitten.
Albertsons and Tom Thumb offer same-day delivery, and you can shop by history, which means it's easy to reorder the things you love most. Try it for free today at albertsons.com or tomthumb.com. Albertsons and Tom Thumb, an official supermarket and pharmacy of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yo, Ben and Skin here, and the big game is right around the corner. And Barbecues Galore has you covered with all your party essentials. Whether you need last-minute supplies like charcoal, rubs, sauces, accessories, yes, they've got you covered. Need a grill? They have grills starting at just $199. They have patio furniture, bar stools, fire pits, and they can finance those items. 24-month interest-free financing. Barbecues Galore has everything you need to get your big game party on like a champ. Stop by and let the experts set you up. Barbecues Galore, not just a barbecue aisle, It's a barbecue stove.
Try Taco Bueno's new Bueno Under a Buck menu. 10 Tex-Mex favorites for just $79, $89, and 99 cents, including the Party Burrito and the new extra cheesy Party Taco. The real Tex-Mex deal. Only Bueno is Bueno.
Welcome back to gbag Nation. We're live on Radio Row, brought to you by Twin Peaks and brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of Super Bowl 53. Thanks to everybody that's made this happen here this week. Tim Collins, the office ace here, producing on site, booking guests like a madman, setting the hotel straight if necessary. Of course, Gavin Spittle, Lucius Alexander back home at Master Control there, keeping the Gators down. So, we look forward to wrapping this up. We do have 2 segments to go, the G-Bag of the day, and then we'll mix with Ben and Skin. Segments brought to you by 1-800-Lawyers. If credit card companies are blowing up your phone, do what more fan listeners do. Make the free call to Mark Rubin at 1-800-Lawyers, the official lawyers of the Tolo, Rubin and Associates. Okay. Shippi from the Ben and Skin Show is our current G-Bag of the Day champion.
Parade.
Yeah, they were talking with former Falcons coach Mike Smith about stuff, and they've been doing bits during their interviews all week, and it was Shippi's turn to try to include some kind of moaning, kind of provocative noises in the background. He asked the question, and for that, he's a one-time G-Bag of the Day champ.
We have a great sponsor back home, Pluckers, with the fire mouth question of the day. Let's go back to Shippi back at the studio with the Pluckers fire mouth question of the day.
Hut, hike!
All this production.
Thank you very much, Skin. Coach, as a former head coach and a very successful one at that, do you find yourself when you're watching others coach, do you find yourself having a hard time to kind of distance yourself as a coach? Do you watch as a spectator, or are you kind of watching the game thinking about what you would do in those certain scenarios?
Awful.
Well, I tell you, I don't really look to watch the game.
It's unbelievable, that Shippi, man. I can't believe he executed that.
It's crazy what people will ignore. Like, they didn't hear that 3 times. Like, man, you okay up there? Is everything all right?
Yeah. What's happening under the console back there?
Just ignore.
Are you broadcasting for the restroom? What is the nature of these sounds?
What's going on, dog?
Man, the Ben and Skin Show always pulling something over on their guests. And, these are Hall of Famers. These are dignitaries of sports.
Yeah.
And, qualified, honorable journalists and stuff. But there he is, our one-time champion, Shippi. I saw on Twitter last night he was honored. First time he's ever pulled that off. Let's see if any of these 4 challengers can take him down. We'll go to great weatherman Al Roker. And apparently he's got a rant here because of Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin. Now, what did he have going on? This guy actually made the kids go to school.
Well, he did not want. Yeah, he made the kids go to school during the vortex. All the parents were upset about that. But I have a clip from him talking about it. His reasoning is kind of weird. It's kind of triggered if you pay attention. And then Al Roker, of all people, gave him some smoke.
Now we cancel school for cold. I mean, come on now. I mean, there's no ice going with it or any snow. I mean, what happens to America? We're getting soft, and I'm being only slightly facetious. It does concern me a little bit that in America, on this and any number of other fronts, we're sending messages to our young people that if life is hard, you can curl up in the fetal position somewhere in a warm place and just wait till it stops being hard. And that just isn't reality. Just isn't.
You want Atlanta for the Super Bowl 59. I know you're going to be there. And by the way, I just have to say, this nitwit governor in Kentucky saying that, we're weak. These are kids who are going to be in sub-zero wind chills. No, cancel school. Stop it. Adults, if they want to be out there, that's great. These are our children. I'm glad you're not a teacher.
Al Roker, you're welcome here anytime, sir. Thank you.
You're dropping the hammer on the governor there. Hey, I saw that for some people in the Midwest, they were being advised, try not to talk if you're outside, and definitely don't take a deep inhale.
Do you see the cool things of like women going out there or girls with their hair and they put it up, it's a little bit wet and it'd freeze? Like they would just be outside for a minute and their hair would freeze and be sticking straight up. And
what part of the internet are you on?
The Twitter thing?
Oh, yeah, okay.
You must follow all the fun accounts.
I don't know. I just saw like stuff like people were going outside and like they could freeze, like their shirt would freeze.
Yeah,
like
I've seen a Sox jersey or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just like how quick things are freezing in those temperatures.
Now, what do you think about the overall message there that we're conditioning kids to not be able to? I think there's all kinds of stuff to overcome. Like your parents are constantly telling you no. You just want to do what you want, and like every time you step somewhere, your parents are like, no, do this, do that. I mean, the hell, you got to get up and go to school and sit there and pay attention for 7 hours, even though every cell in your brain is saying, I'm a kid, let's go play. It's like life's a beatdown as a kid. You just want to be a grown-up, and then you get there and you're like, man, if I could just go back to being a kid and having all that fun without my parents telling me what to do nonstop, that would be awesome.
Yeah. It's like, hey, fine. Oh, you're going to be unsuccessful. Well, okay, fine. They're going to be unsuccessful, then figure out a way to be successful.
Yeah. And I
It's just like a cycle of people telling people you're going to really fail in life. Well, we were all told we were going to fail in life too.
And they never give kids any reasons. It's always because I said so is the reason for kids.
I know.
And that's not a good reason. Kids need to get some logic and understanding.
Yes. The explanation is very important.
Don't get mad because your kid called you out on something.
Yeah, and if you're canceling for cold at 36 degrees, that's soft.
That was here.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't 36, but they're like, oh no, it's going to freeze and we're going to not be able to drive. And then we woke up and there was a light mist and it was 38 degrees. They're like, yeah, but there's no school today.
Yeah, they're worried, I guess, because it got them bad in 5 years ago. And they had it looked like The Walking Dead on the Atlanta freeways because all the cars had been abandoned. Okay, Michael Rapaport's been nominated. He was napping when the Kristaps Porzingis trade happened. He's one of the dozen or so most famous Knicks fans. Not up there with Spike Lee, but he's up there.
He's the most crazy.
Yeah, and so he took to social media to express himself.
What the man? I just woke up from the very rare daytime nap that I was taking in rainy California, and you traded away Porzingis. The Knicks traded away Kristaps Porzingis for Dennis Smith Jr. We could have drafted Dennis Smith Jr., but we chose to draft Frankie Cigarettes. Dennis Smith Jr. and DeAndre Jordan for Porzingis. I was taking a nap. No lip having, bad back, bad elbow, bad hip, bad knee, goofy motherfucker. You don't like the culture. You don't like the attitude. You don't think it's a winning environment. Maybe you haven't perfected the language yet. It's called tanking, you dumb.
Wow.
That's crazy. You tall, doofy sucker. You take your ass to Dallas.
Hey.
And you see if you can fit on a horse, you tall, lanky, no lip having mother. Get the out of the city.
Those New Yorkers, they just mad at everybody when something like this happens. I got to choose somebody. Like, am I mad at the players or the owner?
He's mad at everybody. He's furious at the team for trading him, but then he hates the player too.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, which one? And then we're still riding horses.
Yeah, that's good. Good one, Rapaport. I was down here about an hour later hanging out with the Ben and Skin show, and they'd actually called him. He did that for about 15 minutes last night during the Ben and Skin show. It was incredible. And he'd stop talking every 3 or 4 minutes. He was just miserable, and we were laughing at it and just like, holy cow, this is awesome to hear his stream of consciousness. And then Skin would say something like, yeah, man, it's really horrible to be benefiting from your misery, but I'm sorry. We got Porzingis. And then Rapaport was right back into that mode. Does it make you nervous at all, though, when he's taking off the injuries?
Back, elbow,
knee,
and hip were the four that he said?
I think that's just the reality of a guy that's, significantly over 7 feet. It's just part of what you sign up for. But when he's right, you're going to lay waste to a lot of teams.
Since 2015, he's had a torn left ACL, a sore left Achilles, sore left knee, sprained left ankle, sore left groin, strained left quad, bruised left thigh, sore right hip, sprained right ankle, sore right foot, inflammation to the bone and tendon of his right knee, lower back tightness, right shoulder strain, and an unspecified right elbow issue.
Wow. Holy cow.
We got Porzingis.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
We're
Clean it
waking
up.
up in a new Bugatti.
Okay, who's next here in the G-Bag of the day?
Let me see. RJ. They was busting RJ's balls the other day. Check this out. It sets itself up. I don't have to look at it.
What was your nickname for me?
Sloppy choppy?
No, that's nothing. You called me that's nothing.
What's that?
'Cause
mean?
that's right. Everything, every
my
time
God,
they
I
would tell a
forgot.
story, I'd always try to top. Oh, that's nothing. I've done that.
So Skin, tell a story. I'll be choppy. Tell a story. It's like,
So it's like, hey man, so this is unbelievable. We just hit a bonus and they gave us $25,000. We had no idea that was coming our way.
That's nothing. I've hit 10 bonuses bigger than that in my career. That's nothing.
That's exactly what it was like.
Hey,
For everything. Or it could even be as benign as this. It could be like this. Hey man, I just had a piece of pizza.
That's nothing. I've had pieces of pizza every day of my life. I can have a piece of. That's nothing. I'm having a piece of pizza right now. That's absolutely nothing.
the floor. He hit the ground. Oh no!
I hit the ground, but that's nothing.
Oh my God!
That's nothing. I was born on the ground. That's nothing. I fall down better than that all the time. I invented the ground. That's nothing. I had controlled falls whenever I was asked to be on a stuntman in Hollywood. That's nothing. You didn't fall down gracefully. That's nothing.
Boy, what a great reality show that'd be. That's nothing with RJ Choppy.
RJ Choppy, the topper.
yeah, man, that's great stuff. That's great background on the Ben and Skin RJ Choppy relationship. You might not know, Ben and Skin came back to the Fan in 2013. Chop came to the Fan in 2011. They're with a different radio station together in 2009 and 10, I think, maybe 2011, and had been knowing each other for quite a time.
I need somebody to tweet to me, how did Choppy do in the throwing contest against Dak? I never heard.
That's a good question.
He must have not done great because he would be bragging about
it
it all day if he would have done great.
Okay, and then our final nominee for the day is called the worst Super Bowl party.
Jim A. It's Jim A. Jimmy.
First one's from @291farm. He says our neighbor's feed came in a few seconds before ours, so throughout the game we heard them groan or scream ahead of every huge play. We called it the spoiler bowl. This one's from @JSizzle4Lizzle. He says, I'm lactose intolerant, but the ice cream cake looks so good. So we'll just say I missed the halftime show and most of the second half.
Oh my God.
This one's from @Cupcakes for Donuts. She says, one year my 4-year-old unplugged the TV in the fourth quarter and refused to give us the cord back until someone made her a friggin' sundae. This one's from @Oolala247. She says, my parents were at a really dull Super Bowl party. To get out of there, they faked that my mom was going into labor. They never admitted it, so now I have 2 birthdays, my real birthday and my Super Bowl birthday. We gotta go. It's happening right now. We gotta get in the car, honey. This one's from @LoopyWaterfalls. He says, when I was 14, my dad thought the Janet Jackson incident was the perfect reason for us to finally have the talk. Most awkward third quarter of my life. This last one's from @Colby Barrand. He says, when the pizza delivery guy finally came, there was only 2 minutes left in the game, so he asked if he could watch with us. He was so much fun that now we invite him back every year.
Oh, jeez. Holy cow. Yeah, that's some awkward moments. The worst Super Bowl party ever. How about you guys? Did you have a worst Super Bowl party? Mine was before cell phones. Cowboys, Steelers. Maybe cell phones were out. I didn't have one. This was like 96, right?
Yeah, 96 was the date.
Got to go cross town. I can't find my buddy's party. It was my boss, Rick. And so I had to start hitting, parking lots with payphones and having to call him, be like, dude, I can't find your house. So I missed the first quarter and a half.
Some of mine have just been where I can't really watch the game because everybody's wanting to have conversations about other things.
Oh, yeah.
But I can't remember one where I was like, oh, horrible Super Bowl situation. It's just that sometimes you're kind of like.
It's one of the downsides of working around, sports like that is sometimes when there's a party going on and everybody's having fun, I got to go retreat to a room by myself so I can listen and take notes.
Yeah.
This isn't the way that sports is most fun.
Yeah, I generally hate Super Bowl parties, because people are there more to party. I'm here for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't have time. I don't have time for your games.
All right. Well, do we have time to vote for G-Bag of the Day? Yes, we do.
Nope.
Okay.
The champ is Shippi. That is question to Mike Smith. Al Roker on the Kentucky governor, who was very rude, trying to get your kids killed.
Hello, governor.
Give him some frostbite. Make him tough.
Man, what a great guy to run against next year. He tried to kill your children.
Yeah, how about that?
So,
Michael Rapaport's been nominated.
Oh.
RJ, what's your nickname for me? Worst Super Bowl parties, Mike.
I'm voting for 2 things here.
Nope.
Luka just won his third consecutive month of Rookie of the Month in the NBA.
Okay.
So that's just something that's kind of voting yes for. And then I'm voting Michael Rapaport, and it's going to be tough for me not to vote for him 5 straight times.
Oh, how about you, Lucius?
Same thing Mike said. I'm going to piggyback that. Shout out to the piggyback.
It's 2-0, Jeffrey.
Go find a horse.
I guess I'll go with the Tommy Topper. That's nothing.
Whoa. I'll tie it.
Whoa.
I'll tie the son of a gun. See, you don't know how much I like RJ backstory.
I think Choppy's actually going to win because you put Choppy. Who are you voting for, Choppy or Rapaport? So I think it's going to win the.
I'm going Choppy. Okay.
Hey, it's a two-way.
So head on over to Jeff's Twitter account at JC1053, and you're going to want to vote. Is it Michael Rapaport venting about the Porzingis trade, or is it RJ Choppy? What's your nickname for me? We'll tally up the votes, announce the winner on the other side, and then mix with the Ben and Skin show as we get set to head out of town right here in Atlanta on 105.3 The Fan.
Coming up today on the Ben and Skin Show. It's our final day in Atlanta for Super Bowl 53, and we'll have the Backstreet Boys and Greg Jamings. Plus Kevin Harlan. Oh, it's going to rock. Roll home with your homeboys from Richardson, Ben and Skin, 3 to 7 on 105.3 The Fan. Ben and Skin here, and the Low T Center now treats more than low T, including low thyroid and cholesterol. Get your levels checked. Schedule your quick and easy health assessment at lowtcenter.com. It's covered by most health insurance. The Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
Nothing says I love you like a diamond. For centuries and across cultures, it's remained the universal symbol of love, romance, and commitment. And at Diamonds Direct this Valentine's, we're making it easier than ever to celebrate your love with diamond jewelry she'll cherish for a lifetime. Join us February 4th through the 14th for our best offer ever. 5 years, 0 interest financing with nothing down on any purchase. Choose from a special expanded selection of the most romantic gifts. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, and bands. Get the guaranteed best price and spread your payments over 5 years with 0 interest. And yes, all engagement rings are included. So come on, make it an unforgettable day for her with a special gift that symbolizes your love and commitment like nothing else. It's Diamonds Direct Spectacular Valentine's Celebration with in-store appearances from top jewelry designers, an expanded selection including gifts as low as $200 and 5 years 0 interest financing on approved credit. February 4th through the 14th only, and only at Diamonds Direct.
Preston Road and Cherry Lane. We're talking with Eden, an actual client of Frankel & Frankel at 1-800-LAWYERS.
When my car accident happened, between calling 911 and trying to avoid the guy who clearly wasn't paying attention that hit me, then the sirens, then the emergency vehicles, you were overwhelmed. I called 1-800-LAWYERS from the scene of the accident, and it's the best phone call that I've ever made. The call is free, and you're talking with a highly experienced personal injury lawyer at Frankel & Frankel, whose entire focus is to be sure you're okay and that you get the best care possible. There's no out-of-pocket costs at all, and the Frankels work with incredible doctors all over DFW. I was injured, I missed work, I needed a rental car. My doctors were fantastic. Now I'm focused on my recovery and let the Frankels deal with everything, including putting the insurance company on notice that they'll go all the way to trial if necessary to get a recovery that is best for me and my family.
If you're in an accident and it's not your fault, immediately call Frankel & Frankel at 1-800-LAWYERS or online at frankelfirm.com. Principal office, Dallas, Texas.
Choose to love in any language with a Valentine's Day spa package from Hand & Stone Massage and Facial Spa. Buy a Valentine's Day spa package like our Serenity package, which includes a 50-minute massage and 50-minute signature facial, and receive a free massage or facial service gift card. Or save $10 on spa gift card purchases at guest pricing. Visit handandstone.com for details or your local Hand & Stone in Dallas-Fort Worth. That's handandstone.com. Restrictions apply.
I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans, America's premier home purchase lender. We've created a new way to protect you from unpredictable interest rates. Our exclusive Rate Shield approval. First, we lock your interest rate for up to 90 days. Then, if rates go up, your rate stays locked. But if rates go down, your rate drops. Either way, you win. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rate Shield approval only valid on certain 30-year fixed-rate loans. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030. Additional conditions or exclusions may apply.
Never saw it as a problem when I was younger. 2 cigarettes, 3 cigarettes. It wasn't a habit. My mom, she was always like, you need to get rid of them. Gave the jewel a real chance and found out I liked it. Found out it really works. The switch was easy. It was a no-brainer, really. This came from her, really.
Patrick made the switch December 2016. Make the switch at JUUL.com. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Where are you going with my sleeping bag?
I'm going to sleep under the stars tonight.
Man, it's winter, and we live in Chicago.
But well, it's a beautiful night.
Oh, gosh, this isn't going to end well. Kind of like when you thought we should get cable internet.
The pioneers slept outside year-round, so.
Yeah, and most pioneers didn't live over 40.
Oh, you don't know that.
I do. You want to know how?
No. Sort of.
I just looked it up on our AT&T internet.
Don't get mixed up with cable internet. Get AT&T internet rated #1 in customer satisfaction over cable. Switch and get up to 100 megabits per second for $40 a month. Limited availability. May not be available in your area. Check eligibility at att.com/internet. AT&T. More for your thing. That's our thing. New approved customers only. Includes internet plans 10 to 100 megabits. Early termination fee and other charges and restrictions apply. Speeds not guaranteed and may vary. Claim based on 2018 ACSI survey of customers rating their own internet provider's performance.
Nothing goes better with cold weather than cold, hard cash. Your next shot at $1,000 happens at 16 past the hour on 105.3 The Fan.
Dallas Truck World has over 160 pre-owned trucks. That's Chevy, Ford, GMC, and even a Toyota, y'all. Most price below market value. Check out DallasTruckWorld.com.
Thank you, Lucius. Great week. Great work this week back in studio. Thank you for keeping the Gators down as we've been rocking and rolling out here in Atlanta on Radio Row, brought to you by Twin Peaks and brought to you by Bud Light. We're about to get on out of here, head out to the airport, and turn it over to the Ben and Skin Show. Before we get there, who won the G-Bag of the day, Jeff?
It was actually the rant. Yeah.
Okay.
Kristaps Porzingis rant from Rapaport.
Great stuff. And it was awesome sitting in with you guys last night during the Ben and Skin Show. That whole interview with Rapaport, it was just more of that same stuff. And you know, it kind of sucks to be basking in the glory of somebody else's misery, but it was golden radio.
I think he's the kind of guy that it's fine to go ahead and bask in his misery.
Yeah.
I think he's open to that sort of thing. So that was fun. That was really fun.
Okay, what's that, Lucius? Did I mess up something? Okay, it's brought to you by WinStar World Casino and Resort.
Hey,
all right,
is that a question?
Stay a little bit longer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What's coming up on the show today, gentlemen?
Well, we've got 74 interviews.
That doesn't work,
guys.
That
and
doesn't
it's
work.
no, we got a lot of awesome interviews. This is really cool. We got a big day planned. Dean Blandino joins us at 3:20.
Awesome.
He comes down here. He doesn't do any other show, any other station than 105.3 The Fan. He's going to join us at 3:20.
Just to rub it in our face, huh?
Well, so we can rub it in his face.
Oh!
So we'll do that to him. And then Jacob Schick, the Marine who started 22 kill. He was in A Star Is Born. So he'll join us.
Near the end of it, right? Doing the
beginning and end. No, you're thinking of
American Sniper.
I saw you guys.
You know, we really need to promote, Ben. 620, Adam Richmond, your guy.
You guys ever watch Man vs. Food back in the day?
Yeah, definitely.
God, I love that show.
He's on one time in Boston with Kevin Youkilis eating some giant pizza.
Yeah. Adam Richmond would go to these incredible restaurants. He's a big time foodie. And that's why, I don't want to go to chains when we're traveling around the country. I want to take advantage of finding out some unique places that are, I can go to a Papados in Dallas Fort Worth. I don't need to go to one in Atlanta. And so he's all about finding these hole in the wall jewels and gems as a big time foodie. So we have him on the show at 6:20.
We had on another one of those celebrity chefs, Andrew Zimmern.
Yes.
And I don't know if it was the same with your guy, but with Andrew, one of the really cool things is he visits people around the world and he ends up learning so much about the culture or the way that other people work or misconceptions about the way that we might, as Westerners, view a part of the world that we're not familiar with. So it's not just that you learn about the cuisine, but you end up getting so much that comes along with the culture with these, food type guys.
Yeah, it's badass. I love it. And he was pointing over when you were, because we pre-recorded our interview, and he was pointing over and saying that was his mentor.
Really?
Yeah. And is it Andrew Zimmer or
Zimmerman?
Zimmern.
Yeah.
It's a combination.
That's
I think
that's unique.
one of them back in the day was named Zimmer, and the other was Zimmerman. And
they said Zimmern.
Mrs.
Zimmern. Has it sunk in with you guys that we got Porzingis? No.
Well, about 3 times today, and we'll make it 4. I think it's still okay to.
Yeah.
We got Porzingis!
Yeah, everyone
Absolutely.
You know what's funny is I was sitting there today trying to figure out, all right, when could this guy play and all that. And so my understanding, I don't know this for sure. I know Donnie and Finley are in Dallas right now. And I think Porzingis is in Dallas. And I think Casey flew to Dallas. And then we'll fly back because the game is in Cleveland tomorrow night. And then from Saturday night till the next time they play is Wednesday. And so if Casey gets to Dallas and Porzingis checks out, I think we see him Wednesday night.
Whoa.
Now, there's a lot of moving parts here, boys, right?
Whoa.
But I think, like, one of the things you asked the question as it sunk in, it's like, yes and no. Like, I've already thought about, all right, what are they going to do with their $25 million of cap space this summer? And what's the net? And I was like, wait, when does he play? Oh, wait, is he going to play Wednesday? Like, there's a chance, dudes, that we get to see Porzingis in a Maverick uniform Wednesday. We just don't know yet, but we'll probably know in the next 36 hours.
So do you think that it's accurate that the Knicks weren't playing him to try to tank?
I do think that's accurate. Now, they also could have been just kind of slow rolling it and going, okay, hey, we're going to bring you back after the All-Star break. There could have been a million different things here, but I don't think that, you know, there were Porzingis stories about him not liking the direction of the Knicks 5 and 6 months ago. So I don't think it's that, hey.
2 years ago.
Right. So, I mean, he's had the full Knick experience. This is year 4?
Yes.
So he's had 4 years of the Knick experience. The guy who drafted him got run out of town, right? So it's like he's seen all this dysfunction. I don't think the way they've handled whether he's going to play or not has had as much impact as just his whole life there. You know, I mean, you know, if you're with that organization that long, you know all the nooks and crannies and all their faults, and it's on full display all the time with them.
How many years do they need to play together before they would become good enough and the Mavs would have enough time to build the kind of supporting cast around them that they could, you know, take us back inside a championship window? How young's too young for your two superstars to be?
I don't think that these guys are too young. I think the wild card is that, you know, Doncic's history. He's a pro. He's been a pro. He's competed at the highest level. I'd forgotten this. You might remember this, Mike, because I know you were doing a lot of Doncic research. The Latvian-Slovenian game in 2017 where, you know, Doncic and Dragic went head-to-head with Porzingis and Bertans and those guys. That was the game of the entire tournament. I mean, it was legendary. I mean, just back and forth. Dragic got hurt and came back and all this stuff. And so, you know, that's one of those things where it's like, you know, hey, how do they go back and all this stuff? I mean, those two guys went head-to-head in one of the greatest games in the history of that tournament.
So the Mavs have this really, you know, highly acclaimed training staff. I feel like that's a storyline. Jeff just read the list of injuries that have happened in 4 years, and it's like a dozen of them. You know, hip, elbow. How much concern is that for you that you could, you know, enter a time here where you have two great players, but one of them is off the court so often that it leads to frustration about what could be instead of what is?
I mean, I think that completely derails everything, right? We're all our optimism is based on hope. You know, look at Embiid, though. Like, for the most part, last 2 years, Embiid's mostly been available. You know, he's had some games where he's missed and stuff, and I know they were slow rolling the playoffs, but I kind of look at him as even like a lesser version of the Embiid situation. And if we had Embiid, we would be ecstatic and not worried about those things, you know? So I'm okay proceeding with him like he's going to mostly be healthy.
Who do you guys want to win the Super Bowl?
Don't care. Honestly, not to you know, to diminish the question. I really don't give an F. The Cowboys are out of it, so just entertain me. Make it a close game. Make it come down to the last drive. I would have a hard time betting against Brady if I was going to bet on this game just because he's done it so many times.
So do you want to bet on this game? They already bet each other. I need to find
how much you want to bet?
I like action.
Yeah.
What's the spread? I get
2.5.
points, right? I want the Rams and I want my points. I need my 2.5 points.
Rams and you get 2.5?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to bet?
We could go Ben and Skin style on this, or we could discuss a monetary amount after the show.
Okay, I'll take that bet.
Damn it.
You'll take that bet on principle. We'll figure out but I think it should be something like the loser has to wear a coyote costume at that intersection in Allen or McKinney.
Oh, Frisco, right?
Frisco, yeah, Frisco.
Yeah, I was thinking like 2,000 V-Bucks.
Okay.
You know, a couple of
yes. Okay.
Bitcoin.
I don't know what that meant. I like the coyote thing.
Coyotes are hot these days.
Yeah.
They're hot in the news. Very topical and relevant.
Man, what a waste of a day that would be. Jeff, what are you doing on Saturday? Well, I got to slap on this Coyote outfit and run up to Frisco for a couple hours. It's going to be great.
But betting on the game makes it more enjoyable. Having something riding on it. I don't have any storylines that I love because it's not my team. But
I wish Pat Mahomes was here. Would you enjoy it more if it was Mahomes here?
No, not really. I mean, I think both teams are good. It's just they're not teams I care about.
Yeah.
You know,
I am fast. I mean, I hate the Patriots or whatever, but I am fascinated by that thing. Like, dude, it is a league of parity, and there's one organization that's just straight figured it out.
Yeah.
And they're there every year, and none of it.
Yeah, Isaac
makes
Bruce
sense.
had a theory on that.
What was
the
it?
Theory of relativity?
Yeah, Isaac Bruce said, I knew pretty early when we were playing him, and the first play we ran where he knew my route, and I went, oh, this is interesting.
Isaac Bruce was the most
cheaters.
Oh, cheaters or just intelligent
that was
schemers?
no, that was camera. What was it called?
That was
Camera?
Spygate.
That was Spygate. He was like, yeah, that was really interesting, and I knew pretty early. Man, it's going to be tough to get open today because they know where I'm going.
Isaac Bruce was the most stoic and serious, but not mad interview I've ever had.
I went back and forth between thinking he was stoic and thinking he hated everything.
Yeah.
Because the facial
He just wanted
expression
to go
never
home.
changed. He was like, yeah, it's whatever. Everything's whatever.
Yeah.
But then when you press him on it, and he'd have a great explanation for why it's whatever. But then you would ask him the next question, be like, it's whatever.
Yeah, it was the most interesting. And I think it's probably why he hasn't been more celebrated as the second receiver to 15,000 yards and like the fifth highest statistical receiver of all time, because
he said, I don't believe in emotion.
He's
it's not emotion.
Wow. Yeah, like that.
Well, because emotion makes you do things.
But also,
I don't believe in feelings. It's like, because if you have feelings, it'd make you do something that maybe you shouldn't, whatever.
So he's a single man with
I'm
no
not
family?
I'm not a feelings guy. No, he loves his kids.
3 kids. Yeah,
Got
he's a
3
reverend.
kids.
He's a youth pastor.
He makes an exception when it comes to loving his kids.
I don't know. It was very bizarre.
Look, I like my kids. Okay, I don't love them because I don't believe in love.
Well, it would be something along the lines of, I love my children unconditionally, but I don't want to let that love skew what I should or shouldn't do.
Yeah, you don't want to get too attached.
You know,
it's the beginning of suffering.
Want to do the thing that's proper, regardless of emotion.
Right. So if on Black Friday they get in the way of the TV you need at Walmart, you got to stomp them just like you stomp anybody else, right? Just can't.
That's too much emotion.
Yeah, that would be emotion.
But you can't let the fact that you love them be in the way of your boot.
I don't know. I don't know.
Here they come, the Ben and Skin Show. So I guess we're going to hang out and hop on a plane with you a little bit later on. So
oh, nice. We're on the same flight?
Yes, sir.
Nice. What boarding group are you guys in?
I'm not sure.
Well, that
Probably
sounds
not as
bad
good
for
as
you. That
yours.
sounds bad for you.
I'm an R.
Can I have you talk to the person at the counter for me?
Done. This is the general. Let him on.
Dude, you could have a service like for people that are late on bills that need to get some fees reduced.
I like it.
Have Ben call him. Yes, my name is Jim McCormick. I'm down here in Allen. And
Maybe a life concierge.
Yes. All right. We're late. Here they come, the Ben and Skin Show. Thanks to everybody for making this week so awesome. We'll talk to you Monday morning at 10 a.m. in the G-Bag Nation. Salute.
The one place to grab the fan wherever you go. Radio.com. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
This CBS Sports Minute brought to you by the snoring experts at simplesleepservices.com. Get the right diagnosis, the right solution, the right treatment to help you wake up to better sleep.
This is Jim Rome of the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by Dickey's Barbecue. Try Dickey's Barbecue Pit Mac Stack. Mac and cheese with slow smoked meats. Dickeys.com. I've spoken to dozens of players, former players, and so-called experts on Radio Row all week long. Folks cannot bring themselves to pick against Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, understandably. But I found myself going back to what my CBS colleague, Nate Burleson, had to say about Rams super freak Aaron Donald.
Once I saw a picture of him with his shirt off, it all made sense. You know, I don't spend too much time looking at guys with their shirt off, but I remember seeing a picture of him in the locker room flex, and I'm like, damn, this dude's cut. He's built like
a bleep house. A brick bleep house.
That's exactly what it is.
As we all know, the key to beating the Patriots is to disrupt Tom Brady. And the key to doing that is to get pressure up the middle. If anybody can, it is the freak, Aaron Donald. I'm Jim Rome.
CBS Sports Radio.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage, $75 per month level rate for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco can obtain $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110 per month, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rate guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates available for you as well. At Termbusters, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call today for a quote at 1-800-569-5440. That's 1-800-569-5440. You're probably paying more than you should. Call Termbusters, 1-800-569-5440, or visit our website at termbusters.net. Remember, 1-800-569-5440. Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting. Exam required to qualify.
Extraordinary deals. 2 big days to save back-to-back. This Friday and Saturday, shop 2 back-to-back 11-hour sales. Take time during the special savings event to shop our huge selection with extraordinary deals. Aisles of living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, reclining furniture, children's furniture, home entertainment, and office. Refrigerators, washers and dryers, ranges, microwaves, small appliances, vacuums, hundreds of appliances on display in dream kitchens, and more. Shop rooms of carpet, hardwood, tile, even granite countertops. Explore thousands of electronics from big screen TVs to tablets, home audio, headphones, game consoles, and more. Nebraska Furniture Mart has the basics to the best on sale back-to-back for 2 big days of savings. And use your Mart card for 24-month financing on qualifying purchases store-wide. Friday 11 hours, Saturday 11 hours. Extraordinary savings back-to-back at Nebraska Furniture Mart. Minimum monthly payments required for financing. 18% APR. See NFM.com for details.
Hey guys, good news. The outrageously expensive little blue pill is now generic, which means you can get the prescription medication to treat ED at affordable prices. And Hims makes it extra affordable. Right now, get your first month supply for free. All you pay is just $5 for your medical consultation when you go to forhims.com/order. After that, it's just $30 for a month's supply. Sure beats paying big bucks for just one blue pill, doesn't it? Plus, you won't need an awkward in-person doctor's appointment to get the prescription. Hims has doctors online who can prescribe the medication, and a pharmacy sends it right to your door. It's affordable, private, and incredibly easy. Nobody likes dealing with ED. Now, thanks to Hims, nobody has to. And that's really good news. To get your first order for just $5, you need to go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/order. That's forhims.com/order for your first month for just $5. forhims.com/order.
Here's what people are saying about Butcher Board Carvery Shop, where they hack it and stack it.
I'm a big guy, so it's all about the whole hog sandwich.
Chicken salad with local greens? I don't feel guilty eating it.
House-made meats, loaded spud, tacos, incredible.
Butcher Board, ranch to table, farm to table, dine in, take out, order online, and catering. 2 cool locations, Frisco and McKinney. Butcherboard.com. Check them out. Butcherboard.com.
Gavin Dawson with some special news from my friends at D&M Leasing, even though the feds are raising interest rates. I gave D&M a call and got them to do something special for our listeners. D&M's lowering interest rates for 2019, and they're offering the listeners no down payment and 60 days until your first payment. Ask for the gbag Nation special to get this extra low rate for our listeners. Any make, any model. Mileage forgiveness comes standard on every easy lease. Call D&M Leasing today at any local area code in 35 LEASE or visit dmautoleasing.com. If you're financing your vehicle for more than 48 months, you're doing it wrong.
This is Rangers manager Chris Woodward, and you're listening to the home of the Rangers, 105.3 The Fan, KRLD FM, and HD1 Dallas-Fort Worth.
A radio.com station.
We're still here! We're still here! We're still here! We're still here!
Ben and Skin, it's your game right now.
Live from Radio Row at Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. This is the Ben and Skin Show. Hashtag Tolo. Thanks for turning it on, leaving it on. 105.3 The Fan.
They some bad boys.
Start time, boys, right now. You ready? Ready?
It's time to do it one more time.
Time to start the show where they throw haymakers. Coming from the city that played the playmaker. Try to come weekend with rock your jaw back. Who you got? Stack them up with Aikman and Starback. Putting work with Dirk, making haters dessert. Ben and Skin going out like Spock and Kirk. Popular with skirts and those who recognize real. Tell them about our name, then we'll tell them how we feel.
Oh, yeah. Hello, welcome, everybody. It's the world famous Ben and Skin Show, 105.3 The Fan. I'm Ben Rogers, joined by Jeff Skin Wade. Jonathan Shippi Shipman back at the studio in DFW and out here producing for us, the pride of Olney, Texas, Kevin KT Turner. And this is our final day to broadcast from Radio Row, Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. I want to say thanks to Twin Peaks, Bud Light, the Low T Center, and Diamonds Direct for sponsoring this. It is the final countdown.
Wow. We're here.
You know what? We're going on fumes. We've been working hard, and I feel like we're here at Radio Row all day, every day, pre-recording or recording, and it's a busy week, and none of it could happen without a lot of the people who are helping behind the scenes. But we're not going to thank them because they're behind the scenes and they're not as important as
they
us.
told me they wanted to remain anonymous.
No, we're going to thank them.
And then I said, who are you?
Josh Clark from 1053thefan.com is doing a great job. Ted Nichols, Payne Engineering, Tim Collins, and then Shippi and KT. You guys have done amazing work too. And today is no different. Here's what we got coming up. Dean Blandino at 320. Jacob Schick from 22 Kill coming up at 340.
Yes, it's our dude.
We've got Mike Silver from the NFL Network. He's coming up at 420. But at 4 o'clock today, this is probably the thing I'm most excited about. It's whatever the heck Shippy's been working on. Because Shippi and I lost the bet of which teams would make it to the Super Bowl. Every interview we did out here, I had to work in 2 horrendous words.
Yep.
2 terrible words that you guys made me work in. And Shippi, when they were live interviews, not pre-recorded, had to work in either an animal sound or sexually satisfied declaration.
Or if you could somehow conflate those 2 things.
Right. If you're into that thing, that type of thing. But there's a montage of all of those instances. If you've missed them, if you heard some interviews and you didn't know the bit we were doing, you're like, that's the worst question I've ever heard.
Man, Ben's bad at words.
The joke's on you because
idiots.
Because this is when you have football players responding to, is it the Yeast Beast?
The Yeast Beast.
That is going to be a lot of fun. So Shippi has got a montage coming our way. That's at 4 o'clock.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Sucks being near Northeasterners.
Oh, my God. There's a bunch of Tom Brady fans hanging out by WEI next to us. The only thing that's louder than Christian Poirier. It's the loudest radio host I've ever heard.
Yeah. You guys want to do a Porzingis chant, drown this crap out?
Yeah.
Porzingis! 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 Hey, what are you guys doing back there?
Very nice.
All right.
Okay.
You guys win sometimes?
Man, yesterday we had Kyler Murray on the show. My impressions of Kyler were that, one, he's bigger than I thought he was. He's taller and thicker, more sturdy, more well-built than I remembered him.
And then I looked down, he was wearing 4-inch heels.
Right.
I made that up. He's pretty stout.
He's pretty stout.
Pretty stout.
And if I had to guess, I would say for sure 5'10". I would say without question, I think he's 5'10".
Now, let me throw this out there. Did you notice his hair was pretty tall? He's got tall hair. He's got some pretty tall hair. I think that's on purpose. That could be strategical. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm 5'9", What?
Really?
Yeah, I'm pushing 5'10", maybe 5'10" on my license because I told him.
Yeah.
And I was taller than him.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
I don't think so.
I'm sure.
I remembered.
I'd like to see you challenge him on. I think 5'8" is where he's
I remember looking at you
stilts?
standing next to him, and I thought he was going to pick you up and cradle you like a baby.
Well, I was bent over because I have bad posture.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of reasons you've been
All right.
over.
Well, but the other impression is that he's a kid. I'm like, wow, this is a young kid trying to do these interviews. And, we talked to the folks before the interview. They said, hey, we just don't want to make the whole thing about his decision.
Right.
It's just not going to go well. We're just telling you in advance he's not answering those questions. So if you want to ask him those questions, the interview will derail.
Right.
And we ended up having 5 or 6 minutes with him, and we were told, go ahead and ask him. But
so
don't
we asked one question, 1.5. And it was a fair request. Don't dominate the interview with things about that. That's a fair request. Absolutely.
Okay, but things didn't go so well as he moved around and went on other shows.
Yeah, well, this was Mizzen in Maine yesterday. The Phil Mickelson shirt company, the nice shirt, the wicking. That's who was endorsing. That's who he was hawking yesterday. Today,
good wick.
He went in for a little DP, Dan Patrick show, and Kyler Murray is hawking Gatorade in this interview. So I don't know. Did the Gatorade? Come on, Patriots fans. So Dan Patrick is. So who does the Gatorade people said, hey, Dan,
Don't ask about that. They probably didn't. It's probably fair game. This is audio 90 seconds of Kyler Murray on the Dan Patrick Show today, and it is quite awkward.
Are you going to the combine?
I don't know.
Dad, is he going to the combine? Dad had no comment there. Pro day?
I mean, that's after the combine.
Yeah, you're going to do a pro day? Yeah.
What is
that?
Yeah.
I guess if you would say yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. You can have a pro day, but that
would imply that I was going to play football.
Okay. So you're going to have a pro day? When do you report for the Oakland A's?
February 16th.
Oh, you knew that. Okay. So you're ready to go to do that. Wait, are you going to spring training?
I don't know.
Wait, you don't know? Dad, is he going to spring training? Another no comment here. You know these microphones are on right now.
Yeah, I know.
I just said. All right. How tough is it that you're doing this with Gatorade, but you know every place you go is going to ask you the same question?
I'm getting pretty good at answering, these questions.
No, you're not answering them.
Well, exactly.
You're shaking me off here. Yeah, I feel like I'm trying to tackle you.
No, yeah, everybody keeps asking the same questions.
Yeah.
But, I mean, those soon be answered.
Man, that is brutal.
Yeah.
That is brutal.
So bad. That's not good for anybody. And for that to be set up that way, somebody made a big mistake putting him in that position, or not going over, or not talking about what could happen.
Look,
the possibility. Maybe he shouldn't have made himself available.
That's where I want to go. I mean, Dan Patrick did nothing wrong there.
No doubt. No.
Kyler Murray's people did him wrong there.
Right.
And if he is not in the position to be able to even answer basic questions,
why is he doing interviews?
Yeah. I feel bad for him. Someone led him way astray. That is brutal. So part of me was going, okay, so is it just a thing because it was a different product, or is it, Dan Patrick might not have repercussions to things like that, Yeah. Dan could just be like, hey, I'm just going in for the kill. They could have said, don't dominate the interview with questions about the decision. To me, it seems like February 1st, training camp, he would report on February 16th, 15 days. To me, if you're going to be doing the Radio Row thing, you probably need to make your decision. And that makes me wonder now. I was pretty convinced football is where we were going. That makes me wonder now if he just doesn't know yet.
Well, yeah, I think that's, and kind of that's what I took from visiting with him, that he is undecided when he was on our show. But it is interesting that they're so familiar with the baseball, or he's familiar. He knows all the baseball dates.
Right.
But couldn't answer a single football question.
Can I throw another thing out there?
Yeah.
So when is the draft, KT? The draft is at the end of April. The end of April. When is he going to know what his financial considerations are going to be?
Once he gets drafted.
So, dude, if he gets drafted in the 4th round, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if he gets drafted in the 4th round, he's going to play baseball.
So basically they're telling agents,
he
if he's a first-round pick, he'll play football.
He sat there at that table and said, my dad said it's always good to have options. So he's keeping his options open for financial reasons. It's obvious the kid wants to play football. Otherwise, we won't even go through this shindig.
Right.
But he's sitting there going, well, man, if I slide in the draft because I'm too small, or I have a bad workout, or I don't decide to work out and I slide because of that.
Or if someone's worried that he's going to try to play both sports.
Right. It's like he's going to take the guaranteed $5 million or whatever. Two football examples here. So I think right now you've seen people go, hey, probably top 15, wherever. 2 examples I want to go to, which it's stupid, but little things have knocked them. Last year, Lamar Jackson went through a thing where he was like, my mom's kind of my handler. I'm kind of my own, like, we're not getting an agent in here.
Right.
And he was not returning phone calls to certain teams. Slide, taking it 32 at the end of the 1st round. Teddy Bridgewater a few years back at the combine was throwing in gloves, and everyone was going, he's got small hands. Can he grip a ball? His legs are very frail.
Right.
Big red flags. Drop. Got taken 31st.
He was the last pick of the 1st round.
Yeah, right there at the end.
Yeah.
And this kind of is the type of thing. Now, it's not. It's going to matter how he interviews with these teams, if he goes.
Right.
One hypothetical Jeff put out was maybe he's avoiding the combine to not get measured.
That's true, but
Now-
they also, I could see them considering the positioning they've done to get him out of teams and 2 teams that they're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
There may be a team, to your point, later in the draft where he wants to go.
Could be leveraging, yeah.
And so let me just try to play this game to make sure that I get to the team that I want to go to.
I thought that whole Giants thing with Tiki Barber yesterday was really interesting, man.
How so?
Just the idea that that's a good fit for him because of the weapons. And what are they drafting? 6th, KT? We're
6th.
So if he goes 6, that's a ton of money, and he's going to go play with Odell Beckham and Saquon Barkley. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's incredible for him.
Makes a lot of sense.
That's
man.
incredible for him. So
is this at all similar to what his dad went through?
Man, I don't remember. I was in high school at the time, and the process was so different back then. Or maybe we were like 19 or 20 years old. But I also think back then he was Southwest Conference Player of the Year. But back then there was still a lot of talk of quote unquote black quarterbacks and all that kind of stuff. So that was just a totally different time period. It's like going back to the Stone Ages. And then his dad had some injury issues. I don't remember exactly how well that went down.
But it's so fascinating. You look at everything that could have been done there. It was unprepared, and you got to be prepared if you're going to do these interviews.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder, why are they unprepared? Is there not a PR company working with them? Is this just, hey, he's got an awesome dad. His dad knows the ropes. His dad get blindsided by this one too? I don't know, but it's a bad look for Kyler, and I hate it for him. He's a kid.
Yeah, he is a kid. And man, I was sitting there going, did he walk off sick? Because I hadn't seen it. That was the first time I'd heard it. Those pauses are so long and uncomfortable, and then the answers are projected at such a low. He didn't have that level with us yesterday.
No.
I mean, you can just hear, dude, he's freaking out.
He didn't want to answer questions about that, and I think they told him no one's going to make it all about that. I'd like to find out more about. Obviously, it wasn't the same handlers that set up our interview and that interview, as you pointed out, because they were very clear with us.
Yeah.
If you want to go down that road, I'm not telling you not to, but it's going to be that interview that Dan Patrick just had.
Right.
So ask one, don't meander on it, and move on.
And
keep in mind he's a kid.
And think about how much worse that would have been on just radio and not video to go along with it.
Hopefully, I think the thing that matters is if an NFL head coach or Gruden or whoever the Giants head coach or whoever sits there and goes, okay, so what's the safety doing? Is he roll it over to cover 3? And he sits there and goes, if that's where your drafts start really
right.
I really don't think this is going to be something people are talking about in April, but
no, it
is a bad look.
It's a PR blunder. It's really all it is. I don't know that it hurts his draft stock. All right, before we tease what we got coming up next, Ben, we should mention that Dirk Nowitzki is being added, and Dwayne Wade are both being added to the All-Star game as honorary members. I think even further cementing what everybody probably already knows, that Dirk is going to retire this summer.
Yeah.
But a really cool gesture. And it's KT mentioned this earlier. Those two, Dwayne Wade and Dirk, and they're going to be in the All-Star game. That's really neat stuff.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It makes the All-Star game even more appealing. I hate that Luka's not in it, though.
Right.
We watched the other night as what appeared to be his reaction to it on the bench, and
he didn't seem to love that.
He didn't seem to love that at all.
Makes the draft fun, too. The All-Star draft.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a blast. All right, well, here's what we got coming up. 2 interviews are going to happen in the next 2 segments. One of them will be Dean Blandino, the former VP of officiating in the NFL. One will be Jacob Schick, who started 22 Kill. Both are going to be awesome interviews. We just don't know the order in which they'll happen, but those 2 interviews are coming up here momentarily. Before we get to those interviews from Radio Row, let me give you the word of the hour. It's walk. W-A-L-K. Walk is the word. Text that into 728. What's the word, Shippi?
I love the walk.
72881. Text that word in for your chance of winning $1,000 as part of our national cash contest. Turn it on, leave it on, baby. All right, coming up next, either Dean Blandino or Jacob Schick. Before we get to that, I want to talk about barbecues galore. If you need a big green egg, if that's what you're looking for, if you want a gas grill, stop by Barbecues Galore. You're going to be blown away. Maybe you're hanging out on the patio a lot more often, and you're like, you know what? We need an outdoor heater. They got those too. Outdoor patio furniture, you name it. Rubs, sauces, spices, oven mitts, meat thermometers, anything that involves your outdoor barbecue party, you can get it at Barbecues Galore.
Absolutely, you can, Ben. We want you to go into one of their 5 stores in the DFW. We have the new one in Rockwall, Allen, right by my crib. I'm there all the time. We got Grapevine. We've got Dallas, and then, of course, we have Fort Worth. Get in there and see their experts. Get some great grilling tips before you start doing your own routine on Sunday for the big game. And hey, if you need more seating for your patio area, dude, got something for you. Go in there and check out their financing options. If your credit is approved, you'll be good to go. Go in there and check it out. And then anything you need for the game coming up on Sunday, hey man, you can get it at Barbecues Galore. Check it out. It's Barbecues Galore, not just a barbecue aisle. It's a barbecue stove.
The only way you can take the fan with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
Hey, Bennett Skin here for All Pro Foundation Repair, who prides themselves on being the first foundation repair company to provide all forms of foundation repair. To make sure you get the best solution for you and your home, call 877-MEAN-GREEN. That's 877-632-6473. Or go to allprofoundationrepair.com.
Randy, on the football field, I like to be known as the go-to guy. Just like Albertsons and Tom Thumb are the go-to place for beef, especially since they only sell the best local USDA choice beef. Always tender and always full of flavor.
Well, since I'm the official Dallas Cowboys tailgate master, check this out. A tender, juicy steak, man. I love it from Albertsons. You want to taste the bite?
Love to.
Right. Is that not juicy, huh?
So that's why they call you the grill master. Albertsons and Tom Thumb, the official supermarket and pharmacy of the Dallas Cowboys.
We had just gotten home from vacation, and Richie had to go downstairs to grab something out of the dryer, and he had set foot in about 3 to 4 inches of water.
Well, what happened was the pressure relief valve for the hot water heater had failed, and it just leaked water while we were gone.
I had no idea the amount of damage that water could do.
With her being pregnant, the in-laws coming, a little bit of water, it rocked our world. I called USAA, and they greeted me as they always do. Sergeant Baker, how are you? They were on it. They took care of everything, A to Z. It was unbelievable. Having insurance is something everyone needs, but having USAA, that's a privilege. We're the Bakers, and we're USAA members for life.
See how much you could save with USAA by bundling your auto and home insurance. Get a quote today.
Ability to receive a quote depends on membership eligibility. Product membership eligibility and bundling savings restrictions apply and are subject to change. Members paid for their participation. United Services Automobile Association and its affiliate, San Antonio, Texas.
It's the ultimate Sleep Number event on the Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed. The only bed that intelligently senses your movements and automatically adjusts your comfort and support on both sides. Your Sleep Number setting. Now ranked #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses by J.D. Power. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition Smart Bed. Plus special financing on all smart beds during our ultimate Sleep Number event. Only for a limited time. To find your local Sleep Number store, go to sleepnumber.com. For 2018 award information, visit jdpower.com. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Hey guys, good news. The outrageously expensive little blue pill is now generic, which means you can get the prescription medication to treat ED at affordable prices. And Hims makes it extra affordable. Right now, get your first month supply for free. All you pay is just $5 for your medical consultation when you go to forhims.com/order. After that, it's just $30 for a month's supply. Sure beats paying big bucks for just one blue pill, doesn't it? Plus, you won't need an awkward in-person doctor's appointment to get the prescription. Hims has doctors online who can prescribe the medication, and a pharmacy sends it right to your door. It's affordable, private, and incredibly easy. Nobody likes dealing with ED. Now, thanks to Hims, nobody has to. And that's really good news. To get your first order for just $5, you need to go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/order. That's forhims.com/order for your first month for just $5. forhims.com/order.
Hey, Bennett Skin here for All Pro Foundation Repair, who prides themselves on being the first foundation repair company to provide all forms of foundation repair. To make sure you get the best solution for you and your home, call 877-MEAN-GREEN. That's 877-632-6473. Or go to allprofoundationrepair.com.
This segment of the Ben and Skin Show is brought to you by Rubin and Associates. If you're drowning in debt, call our guy Mark Rubin at 1-800-LAWYERS. Mark will talk with you personally, take control of your debt, eliminate your stress, and allow you to live life again. It all starts with a simple, confidential phone call. So pick up the phone right now and call Mark Rubin at 1-800-LAWYERS. Mark Rubin and Rubin Associates at 1-800-LAWYERS.
You say he didn't catch it, and now look at what you have done. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us in person, the former Vice President of Officiating for the NFL, Dean Blandino. Yeah. Yes, you can watch him right now on the fan cam, brought to you by the Low T Center, and he's sitting in the Diamonds Direct hot seat. It's so great that Dean, you take the time to jump on with us because
it's insane.
Can we just talk about if that
insane.
play doesn't happen, our lives are not enriched
right
like this.
I love you, but I'd take the catch instead of this, though.
Dean, I would not. This relationship with you,
this is better than
is
Des
so
catching that ball and moving
it's
on.
so incredible.
Thank you.
And I cherish these 15 minutes we get at the Super Bowl. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
KT, where are you on this?
I love Dean, man. See, I've always been a huge Dean fan. I'm telling you.
That's right.
It was the hotel bar a couple years ago. I ran into Dean, and I think I whipped his ass for 30 minutes telling stories.
Yeah,
and I was like, he's actually listening to what I'm saying.
Listening.
He's
We
a
tore
good
it up.
dude.
I love
He's a
that
good
guy.
dude. And in reality, what sucks is that it was the rule. You called it to the letter of the law. The rule. The rule sucks. And Stephen Jones is on the rules committee. He could have changed it.
Yeah, he could have changed it.
He could have changed it. So I can't really be mad at you. You did your job.
It's fine.
Wait, I thought you were.
No, he's still not. He's still on this indisputable evidence.
Yeah,
kick.
I think the wording was still open enough to where it could have been a catch.
I get it.
But that's okay, man. You don't have to deal with it
I'm a rules
anymore.
guy,
Yeah.
Now I don't have to play by the rules.
You're a TV star now. None of this crap matters.
It's a catch, not a catch. Who
Yeah.
cares?
You guys,
Hey, that was captured on the webcam. Be careful there, Blandino.
if you're watching on the webcam, you see Dean Blandino, now TV star. He's wearing a fur coat and sunglasses indoors.
Yes.
That
is unbelievable.
I've never seen a belt buckle that big with an arrow pointing down. That is ostentatious, sir. Very over the top.
You got a Paul McCartney police escort to get in
Right.
here.
Okay, but here's the reality, though. As soon as you walk into Radio Row, you get mobbed. People recognize you, and even John Clayton, big names, are running over saying, "Hey, get on my show. Get on my show. I've been trying to get you on your show." And so thank you for taking the time to actually come get on our show.
Yeah,
and you don't
guys
do
are
other
my
shows.
favorite. This is it. This is it for me. I come here, do this, and I'm going back to my hotel.
What are you
That's
what,
awesome.
what are you going to be doing for the Super Bowl?
We are going to have a watch party. I'm flying back home tomorrow. We're going to do a watch party. Fox Sports. It's going to be me, Mark Schlereth, TJ Hushmanzada, and Jason McIntyre. We're going to be in the studio, hanging out, watching the game, drinking, having some fun. So you can tune in and watch us watch the game. So if you got nothing better to do.
So when Ben and I, before we were at this station, we were on the ESPN Dallas station. And one of the things they make you do is they make everybody go to Bristol, right?
Yeah.
And so Ben and I were, we do our trip to Bristol, and you meet all the big personalities or whatever, and some of them aren't even looking at you. They're like looking over you. Man, Schlereth sat down with us at a table and talked football for
He's
an hour.
awesome. He's such a good
awesome.
dude. Good dude. Yeah, I'm
Love
looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A big fan of that guy.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this. Now, you're still in the rumor mill for all these awesome jobs, and there's all these rumors, hey, the NFL may try to get Blandino back and stuff like that. I know you love the gig you're in, but it's cool to have opportunities,
It's
right?
nice to feel loved.
Yeah.
Like I didn't feel loved very much from after the Cowboy Packer game. And then we met at the Pro Bowl, and I started to feel a little like, oh, maybe they like me. And now I feel loved. So it's nice.
Well, we do love you.
Nice. Affirmation is important.
We do love you, but I'm curious, like, I'm wondering how honest you can be with these answers, because I don't know if you have a potential gig back in the NFL at some point, but I do want to ask you this. Do you think Goodell gets nervous as you get closer and closer to a big game like this, hoping and praying officiating doesn't decide it?
Yeah, well, I don't think that's ever changed. I mean, absolutely. The last thing you want is for officiating to be the story, right? And that's what we've been talking about, officiating the last week and a half, when we really should be talking about the game and the Rams and the Patriots. So absolutely. I think everyone at the league office, at the NFL, no one wants officiating to be the story.
So you're not going to, this is the voice of Dean Blandino. It's not going to be a big deal when people see you going off and on Jerry's yacht, right?
Jerry has a yacht?
Oh, you didn't see this?
Dude.
It's the length of from one back pylon to one back pylon, and it's a $250 million yacht.
I know what I'm doing next week.
You can actually get on that bus that caused you so many problems and drive it onto the yacht.
Go right to the bus, to the yacht. Hey, I'm allowed to go on buses and yachts now.
That's great. Okay.
Pretty good text here. Dean Blandino ruined my life.
Yeah, see, the people, and I love that passion, because I still get not every day, but almost daily.
Okay. So you're a Knicks fan. You're born and raised in New York, right?
Born and raised in New York.
Yeah.
Knicks have not been good for a while. Big trade, and I think it's a great trade for both teams.
I agree.
KP didn't want to be in New York. I think he's a great young player. Now you got Luka, you got KP. You know who knows how long Dirk's going to stick around, and it frees up cap room for the Knicks. And so for me next year, I'm thinking Zion, Kyrie, and Durant in New York.
That would be big. But as we know, Kyrie's either going to stay in Boston or go wherever Anthony Davis goes.
Yeah.
But to your point, see, this is the way I look at it. You know, the Knicks have been a dumpster fire for 20 years. And then I'm not anti-Knicks or anything like that. Sure. But the moves that they made yesterday, they sort of had to make. And everyone's like, oh, my God, they made this move without taking other offers. They didn't need any other offers because that was the course their franchise had to take.
They were able to dump some salary. They got draft picks back. They got a good young player in Dennis Smith Jr. I think he might need a change of scenery. And,
he does.
You know, and
I'm a big Dennis Smith Jr. fan. Like I know him very well. That me and Ben both know him very well. I love the kid, and I felt like the stories that were happening were unfair to him. They weren't accurate.
Absolutely,
he's a good kid. And then you guys have someone on your staff there, Caleb Canales. There was an assistant in Dallas last year, and Dennis was with
that
him.
can work with him. So I think it's going to work out for both teams. And I love, like, I can talk more than just football officiating. So whatever subject you guys,
I love it. All right.
Where you guys want to go? I mean, movies, what else?
Yeah, okay, let me ask you this. In your opinion, who is the most supple actress you've ever enjoyed in a movie?
That's a great word. Enjoyed.
You know, I'm partial to I love the character. I thought she was a badass. Is Kate Beckinsale in Underworld.
Yeah.
Like just ridiculous.
Yes.
With just kicking werewolf ass. I mean, she's awesome.
So she's the one that you think of when you hear the word supple.
I mean, it's just a weird word to use, like so close to me. It's just kind of like, where are you going? But yeah, that's
okay.
That's who. That's
if you say you can talk about anything. Let's say that you're out riding in a field bareback on a horse.
Yeah.
And the wind
that
flowing
was Tuesday, but
through the wind flowing through your hair and
blowing through his Blandino.
Yeah.
And what at that moment when you find perfect peace and harmony in the universe, what are you thinking about?
Perfect peace and harmony. I'm thinking of a world where Dez would not have attempted to reach for the goal line if he would have just secured control of the damn football, catch it, and then we could have seen how the rest of the game would have played out, and people still wouldn't be tweeting today in 2019 that Dean Blandino ruined their life.
This text just came in. I'm potty training my kid to take a Blandino in the toilet.
See?
All right.
That's right. It's a verb. It's a noun. It's everything.
In that time, and it's a great job, obviously. High-paying job, high-profile job, but in that moment, would you have rather been Dean Blandino, VP of officiating, or Dean Blandino, driver of the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile?
No, I still would have loved to. I still would have wanted to be Dean Blandino, head of officiating. But it's still, you know, I think I told you guys what I said when the play happened, right? Did I tell you the whole story?
I don't know.
Let's go. Play happens. It's a great game. You know, we're going back and forth. 4th and 2. I mean, run the ball, give it to Murray. Let's get the first down and let's go.
Cole Beasley's open underneath.
Right. Instead, we're gonna go for it all. And I see the play. I see the ball pop up. I see the official rule catch, and I'm actually praying that McCarthy doesn't throw the challenge flag because I know what's going to happen if he does.
Wow.
And then I see the red flag, and I actually take my headset off to everyone in the room, and I just say, I just want everyone to know the shit is about to hit the fan.
They're gonna have to dump that, Shippi. He knows.
Yep. Yeah. And okay, sorry, but
it's all right.
Yeah, it's okay. Very real. We call it S. Yeah, S is about
the Blandino is about to hit the fan.
And shout out to our listeners on the radio.com app. You got a great treat.
Yeah. So that was it.
Okay, since you're so open to all this, we need to work a sponsor, and if you don't mind, Dean. So now let's go back to the studio where Shippi has the Plucker Slurp Mouth question of the day.
Hut, hike. Hey, Dean, I've long said that my spirit animal would be a dolphin. If I could pick one myself, I'd just kind of be swimming around, you know. I just wonder what your spirit animal would be and why.
Oh, good question,
Dean.
So my spirit animal would probably be it would be
a beaver.
Maybe. No, it'd be something flying, like a
flying beaver.
A flying beaver.
Flying
A flying
beaver.
squirrel.
That's pretty awesome.
A flying squirrel that that can just glide through the air. And I'm not going to get into all the sound effects.
But you have to make the sound effects.
I got to make a sound effect. Like, what is a flying squirrel?
A flying beaver.
A flying beaver. I guess it'd be like.
Really good. He put out his hands as if he's flying.
Quick text here. I hope Dean lives with a hot coal in his left shoe for the rest of his life. Never stops.
Man, I've heard a lot of beavers sound like that, by the way.
What's your karaoke go-to move, Dean?
Oh, yeah.
I like all kinds of music. Maybe a little R&B, boy band stuff, whatever.
Do you
whatever.
do you feel the place?
You gotta know. Yeah, exactly. Just my background, stand-up comedy. You gotta know your audience. All right. So that's how you pick your song. You kind of get a feel for the room, and then you go from there.
Hold on. You're calling Missing That Call stand-up comedy, or are you talking about before that?
I think you've used that one before. That's what I said. I said, I used to do stand-up comedy, and then not when I was at the league office.
Right.
I could see you walking into karaoke, doing a little bump and grind, dropping the mic, and then just storming off into a hotel with all the hot chicks.
It's possible. It's possible.
What is your go-to song though?
I like a little. Maybe If You Think You're Lonely Now. Do you know that song?
Who's that by?
Oh yeah,
Bobby Womack.
Yeah.
Oh, that's old.
Way it's back. An old. Yeah.
Can you give us a little taste?
No,
of that?
you know what? You're gonna have to
KT
come.
will sing.
You're gonna have to come to the Hyatt Regency tonight at 9:00 at the bar. I will do an impromptu.
Has that been happening karaoke at your hotel?
It's happening tonight.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give us a yeah.
You pull up to the bar. What's your favorite beverage to slurp?
If I'm not, it depends. If I'm not, I'm a beer guy. So if I'm not gonna have a beer, I'll do a gin and tonic.
Okay.
What about snacks to
munch?
Yeah.
Yeah. What snacks do you munch?
Like sweet tooth. So peanut M&Ms are my go-to.
Okay. Did you say peanut?
Peanut M&Ms. Yep. Yeah, are my go-to. So if you have a peanut allergy, whatever, get away from it.
Is that moment, the call that we keep reliving, was that the moment of gonads on the table, tightest sphincter of your career?
Not really, because I knew what had happened. I knew what the rule was, and so that was it was actually an easy call to make. There have been much harder calls to make. It was the most controversial one I was a part of, but based on the rule at the time, it wasn't that hard.
When KT gets nervous, he suffers from micropene.
Yeah,
goes right back up in his body, and he's
really
shrinkage.
All right, Dean,
it's cold.
We love you so much. I'd like to show you a list of words.
Okay.
I've had to I lost a bet, so I've had to work these words into interviews.
Oh, nice.
Let's see if could you read those for us?
So you want me to read all of these?
Yeah, just tell us what you think would be the hardest ways to
pleasure
work.
dye, gonad, taint, dingleberry, micropene.
There's micropene. I just used
sphincter, prophylactic, nipple, refractory, supple. You got to use.
Supple in.
Engorged.
Yeah, you can pass that if you want.
What is that?
Secretion.
Oh, God.
Oh, Dean.
Throbbing, panty, slurp, chafing.
So I got
mean, these are all, it's, what's nice about your show is that you,
classy.
You keep it sophisticated. You don't go for any of that lowbrow stuff.
Right.
You're just very high road, above.
I lost a bet, and I
love it.
So every interview we've done out here, I've had to work those. You're the only one we've shown the words to and told the story because we love you so much.
You know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping the second that my mom turned on the radio, she just heard a guy say "throbbing panty."
No, I know.
Slurp.
I said I'm gonna have a beer later, and I hope the yeast is good.
Ladies and gentlemen, there he goes, Dean Blandino.
Yes, he's become one of our greatest friends, man.
Oh, hell, hold on, a couple good texts here. This a-hole is growing on me.
One person at a time.
I was gonna say, join the crowd.
Yeah, we love you, dude. Thank you so much for taking the time. And watch, he's gonna walk right out of here. 27 people are gonna try to get him on their show. He's gonna Earl Campbell them all the way over to the escalators and get out of here.
That's right.
Only our show. Thank you so much, Dean.
All right, guys.
Appreciate it. There he goes. The great Dean Blandino. Man, that's always fun. Okay, coming up next, Jacob Schick joins us. He's the Marine who started 20. He's the Marine who started 22 kill. He'll join us next on 105.3 The Fan. Before we get to that, I want to talk about Pluckers, the greatness of Pluckers. Pluckers is where you need to go when you're ready for some wings. The greatest wings I've ever had are at Pluckers. Everything made fresh, in-house daily. So incredibly delicious. And, it's a great place to watch the games. In Skin, they're actually going to be showing the big game on a million TVs. So no better place to have your watch party than there.
Yeah, if you want, Ben, you can call and make a reservation to secure yourself a seat there for Sunday's game. Or if you're having your own party, what you can do is you can have them cater it, and they got it real easy to swing in, pick it up, and then boogie. We love Pluckers. Great wings, great appetizers, awesome desserts, cold beer on tap. I look back home, they got that Petacolis on tap. I love that they support local Texas craft beers, and then they have the big national brands too. It's awesome. Check it out at Pluckers. Several locations in the DF-Dub for you to hit up. When you walk in there, say, hey, Ben and Skin told me to come by Pluckers, and they'll treat you right. It's Pluckers, where if you don't like our wings, we'll give you the bird.
Coming up Monday morning on Sean and RJ, it's a Super Bowl recap. Who's the champs and what were the best commercials?
Plus all the stories we haven't even touched on from the ATL. It's a Monday morning, The Fan.
Ben and Skin here, and the Low T Center now treats more than low T, including low thyroid and cholesterol. Get your levels checked. Schedule your quick and easy health assessment at lowtcenter.com. It's covered by most health insurance. The Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
Hey, you with the rhinestone dog collar. Between us dogs, I just convinced my human to upgrade to a new home with a 1,200 square foot bathroom. I think she called it a yard. With Wells Fargo's 3% down payment on a fixed rate loan, my human realized a new home was within reach. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/woof.
Wells Fargo Home Mortgage. Down payments as low as 3% on a fixed rate loan require mortgage insurance. Ask a home mortgage consultant about loan requirements. Wells Fargo Home Mortgage is a division of Wells Fargo Bank N.A., equal housing lender. NMLSR ID 399801.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system.
Copays, codes, coupons. Searching for savings on prescriptions is so complex, it's like you need a doctorate degree. Fortunately, CVS Pharmacy employs thousands who have one, our pharmacists. Plus, we built a proprietary search tool to help them find you savings on prescriptions. You don't need to know all of that complicated stuff. You just need to know someone who does. Your friendly doctor of pharmacy at your local CVS. Savings vary. Not all patients eligible for savings. Ask pharmacist for details.
Discount travel sites say they have the best prices, but Hilton.com has the price match guarantee. Look me in the eye. If you find a better rate, they match it and take 25% off. Yeah, well, this is radio, so just stare at the radio. Hilton.com has the best prices. Pinky swear. Or, radio swear. Plus, you can choose your exact room and get free Wi-Fi. Cross my heart, stick a needle in my radio. Expect better. Expect Hilton. Must be a Hilton Honors member. Applicable terms and conditions at Hilton.com. Pinky swear.
At Walmart, we give you more than just low prices. We give you low prices on the stuff you actually want. Low prices on the oh-so-tasty, farm-fresh, packed lunches with perfection groceries on your shopping list. Boom. All day, every day. Get more than low prices. Get low prices on what you love. That's what Walmart's all about. Save every day on lower prices at your local Walmart. Check out our green bell peppers, which are 48 cents each, and our limes, which are only 10 cents each. Prices may vary. Check your local store.
Always wanted your personal outdoor oasis? Premier Grilling are the outdoor living experts with a free in-home quote if you're looking to build an outdoor kitchen or pool. They'll provide a free no-obligation quote and computer-rendered design. Premier Grilling also provides 0% financing for your project with no payments until 2020. Jump on this special now. Visit premiergrilling.com and click on the construction link to schedule your free at-home consultation today. Great outdoor living and your outdoor oasis awaits at Premier Grilling and premiergrilling.com.
Here's what you missed from Super Bowl Radio Row in Atlanta.
Turn on Facebook Live.
This is what it is.
You'll see Dak Prescott on the home of America's team.
That's Rob!
I guess your people didn't tell you until we just got here. Oh, you were sitting down with Dak?
I thought I had a restraining order.
You did. I think you still do. I've got the paperwork somewhere around here. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you lost it.
Live all week from the ATL. It's 105.3 The Fan.
Dallas Truck World has Jeeps, and more Jeeps. 60 pre-owned Jeeps in stock over at DallasTruckWorld.com.
Joining us now on the Ben and Skin Show, one of our favorite human beings in the world, the founder, creator of 22 Kill. We'll talk about that, but also a rising actor in the ranks. I'm super excited about this. Great Jacob Schick.
What's up, fellas? How we doing?
We're doing great. I'm so proud of you. So
thanks, man.
Thursday night, Skin and I, last Thursday, we were in Miami, and Skin will tell you I'm a big pay-per-view movie guy. I don't get to go because of all the kids. So when I'm on the road, I want to order movies. Everybody's been talking about A Star Is Born. So, all right, I'm going to watch it. And I don't know why. I guess I just forgotten. I wasn't looking like what's Jacob seen. I was just zoned out.
Oh.
And so your role, you have, I think, 2 scenes, right?
Yeah.
And it's not going to spoil the movie for anybody, but you're Lady Gaga's boss in the movie. And she's a very talented singer, but she's late for her job, and you're cutting her no slack. And dude, you impressed upon me that you were a jerk and that you were riding her and cutting her no slack before I realized it was you. And I'm like, that's acting. You did it, bro.
Yeah, that was yeah, I had some good direction, man. It's good to have a guy like Bradley be a mentor, It's but that wasn't that challenging just because when you have to get in someone's, I mean, we've all done it, so right. You don't have to dig too deep. So especially being in the Marine Corps, so it was, that's what he said too. He's like, I want to hear that Marine guttural yell. I've heard you do it, and I was like, all right.
Well, can you do it? Can you do? Well, give us one of your lines now.
No, who do I invoice?
Oh wow! Get down Hollywood style now.
Okay.
Can't sell yourself short.
Big talent me now. Huh?
Oh man, it was fun. I'm really proud of that film. I'm really proud of Bradley. I mean, every one of his professional counterparts told him, "Do not make this movie. Don't do this movie."
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it was, it was a 4th remake. It was 4th remake, and he crushed it. He crushed it. And so that's what I'm saying, dude. Just go with your gut. Go with your gut.
Was he singing in that too? Did he sing?
All live, man.
Really?
All live.
He was just on stage with Lady Gaga in Vegas or somewhere, and they were singing. I didn't listen to the clip. I saw it going around.
Yep, that was at her show in Vegas. She's got a residency there now for the next 2, possibly 3 years. And so I went and saw her show last week. It's a great show. Go check it out.
Really? Are you tight with her too?
I mean, we know each other.
Yeah.
I'm not.
She's still upset that you're all over about being late.
It started the first take. Her and Anthony. It startled both of them. And I was, and then she came around in the office area and threw the rubber gloves at me, and I was like, "Hey, if you're gonna be pissed, be pissed at that guy." And pointed right at Bradley, and I was like, "I'm just doing what I was told to do."
Did she? So how long did it take to do your scene? That scene?
That actually, man, it was really quick. It wasn't as long as it, in my experience, that it usually took. It's probably only a couple hours. We got it done.
And then, so when you're getting ready or leading up to that, are you rehearsing a bunch, or was it one of those things where it's just get out there and do it?
So here's the thing. So I show up day before I went and saw Bradley on set. They were actually shooting her and Anthony that bathtub scene where she's in the dress and getting ready to go perform. And so I just went to see Bradley. I had to go to wardrobe over at Warner Brothers, and then so I showed up, and he was like, "All right, let's come here," and we just talked through it. And he was like, "Okay, here we go."
Are you serious?
Yeah. And I was like, oh. But that said, I mean, I gotta say, he makes an otherwise really uncomfortable environment very comfortable because of the way he directs and the way that he coaches you through it. He's really good at making you feel comfortable in something where, because there's so many people in the room,
right?
There's cameras everywhere, and I mean, I'm just a dude from Texas, and I'm like, God, if I just show up and I just suck, it's going to make not only him look bad, but it's going to keep going. It's like the Marine Corps, right? Like you have infinite bosses. They just go all the way to the president. Well, in this world, it's a lot of the same. There's a lot of executives and a lot of
right.
And I was like, God, just don't screw up. Just show up, do it, get it done. And so, it was awesome though, man. I'm really, really proud of him. I'm proud of the way that film's turned out, how receptive it's been.
People love it.
It's real, man. It's real. And I think we're so starved in this country, especially just for real, authentic, but just stop with the BS, man. Just do you.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up and do you. Everyone else is taken.
I love it. Jacob Schick, one of our favorite dudes, now an actor. He's in A Star Is Born. Were you in, you were also in the other movie with him,
American
right?
Sniper.
American Sniper. Were you in that or no?
Yeah, I was
okay.
in
At the very end, right?
At the very end,
Yeah.
at the gun range.
Yeah.
Right. And is that how you and Bradley Cooper became friends?
Yeah, so that's how we met, and you know, I made it clear that I wasn't there for him. I was there to help Chris's legacy live on in the right way, and in no uncertain terms is how I put it. And then, yeah, I think, you know, it was just one of those things where he was just like, this is a real dude. You know, I wasn't one of those guys I don't do the starstruck thing because we're all just people, right?
Except for us, you're a little intimidated by us.
I know I am.
Oh, just because
I'm intimidated by us.
Me too. We are superstars.
As you should be.
Yeah.
As you should be. Because
But I
it's
know-
always a toss-up.
But I know exactly what you're saying. You're not that guy.
No, man, because look, I know that we all wake up and we all suck equally, right? We're all fundamentally flawed. We just wear different clothes.
Yeah.
You know, the one common denominator is we all have brains and we all know what it means to suffer mentally. And there's nothing special about our own pain and suffering. The only thing that makes it what it is that it's our own, you know? And so that's just how I treat everybody. 'Cause I know everybody's got their crap. Yeah. Everybody's got their crap. And I dig that, though. Like, I want to know. I don't want to see your rainbows and roses on friggin' Facebook.
Right.
I want to hear about the hard crap.
Right.
Tell me about the things that challenge you, that have challenged you to get out of bed, respect the grind, and grind forward. Like, that's what I want to know about, because that's what feeds my soul.
Well, I'm sorry to ask you so many questions about Stars Born. I was really proud of you. I saw the movie. I do want to talk about 22 Kill, though. So for our listeners out there, let's just say that they've never heard of 22 Kill. Please explain to them what you guys are doing.
Yeah, so 22 Kills started in 2012, all right, after the first study came out from the VA saying 22 veterans die by suicide every day. Obviously not okay with me, not okay with the warrior culture that I'm affiliated with. So we decided, hey, listen, we'll just start this push-up challenge. We'll bring awareness to it. That evolved into a 501c3, which has evolved into now, outside of an awareness organization, we're now a treatment organization. And, you know, we have various programs, both traditional and non-traditional, from one-on-one therapy to shooting weapons out of a helicopter. There's, I mean, you know, aircraft, guns, and bacon. That's freedom. And you know, we moved into the first responder law enforcement arena, and on top of all of it, we help their families as well. We offer everything that we offer, the one-on-one therapy, the counseling, everything to the families as well, because you got to treat the unit. And look, at the end of the day, man, what we're trying to do with 22 Kills, change the narrative and the stigma that accompanies mental wellness. That's it. Because the stigma is the biggest beast we're going to fight. Every time I do a speaking engagement, I did one a couple days ago, and I asked everyone in the room, how many people, and there's probably 400 people, and I said, how many people in here have experienced, just show of hands, I'm not asking for your life story, just show of hands, have experienced depression, hypervigilance, anxiety, suicidal ideation, just show of hands. And I would say about 50% of the people rose their hand, and I said, hey, for those of you that raised your hand and showed courage amongst your peers, I want to thank you for that, because that's what courage looks like. And I said, and for the rest of you, it's okay, because we all know you're full of crap. And that's the thing, man. What we're trying to do, listen, we're utilizing a certain group of people as a tip of the spear to change the world when it comes to mental wellness. That's it. Because, look, I'm here to tell you it's okay to not be okay. Embrace that. Exercise those demons. Work through them. Anything worth doing is supposed to be hard. That's the point. That's the point.
What is a typical week for you like? Take us from Sunday to Saturday, if there's even
we don't have
such a thing as a typical week.
Here is first and foremost, my schedule is subject to change every 5 minutes. Okay, I could be either in New York or California or Florida or Wisconsin or Montana. Like, it is constantly changing, constantly. And, you know, I have to take it with, and luckily I'm surrounded by a lot of great people. I mean, we have 21 employees now at 22 Kill. And when I took over, there was 2.
Wow.
And so we're
really grown that thing.
Whatever we're doing it right.
Right.
You know, I'm surrounded by a great group of people that are better than me, to be frank. So by default, I'm better. And they really are. I just get told what to do all the time is really what it comes down to.
It's like being married. Hey, okay, so we told you
exactly
this,
like that.
We told you a long time ago, Jacob, this is your radio station. It's 100,000 watts. It reaches from Waco to into Oklahoma. It's your station. All you got to do is tell us when you want the microphone. You always honor us and grace us by being here. Your cause means a lot to us and our listeners.
Man.
So tell us how we can help. What can our listeners do right now to help your cause, because we're in.
Yeah,
show us the way.
And I believe you guys, and you guys have always told me that, and I know from you guys all the way to the executives, it's exactly what you mean. And so we're very humbled and honored by that, man. Myself personally, and I know the tribe is, we're honored to have you guys in the tribe. Look, here's my thing. If you want to help, first and foremost, go to 22kill.com and educate yourself on what we're doing. Don't support anything blindly, okay? Because there's no longevity or sustainability there. Don't do that. Just it's like voting. For the love of God and all that's holy, do your homework.
Right.
Do your homework. Okay, because if you're not into what we're doing, that's cool, but be a part of something greater than yourself, because that's what this life's all about. But if you want to help, I always say we all harness three things of value. It's time, talent, and treasure. All right, and if you truly want to help, you need to be willing to sacrifice some of one of those three things. And if you're not willing to do that, you don't want to help. You're talking. And I'm around a lot of talking, and I'm trying to be very, very cognizant of how I spend my time.
Right.
So if you want to help. If you want to talk, go talk to someone else.
I love it.
So there's obviously links and things at the website.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Just educate yourself. Go to the website, educate yourself. Okay. That's most important. That's with anything. Before you buy a car, you don't just show up and buy a car. If you do, you're a moron. And that's okay. But that's a you thing, not a me thing.
Right.
So, but just do your homework, educate yourself. We're all part of these great communities, and especially in Texas. I mean, come on. There's a reason everybody and their dog's going there. There's a reason that it's a veteran-rich population, and that we're changing the way that mental wellness is viewed because of you guys, everyone we're surrounded by in DFW. And it really, I honestly believe we are going to be the staple of what it looks like to get in there and do something that is very, very, very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Because, yeah, people say, Jake, 22 kills a strong name. Yeah, no kidding. So suicide. So's rape. So let's just talk about it. We got to start talking about the hard stuff that makes us uncomfortable. That's how we grow forward.
So give us all the places folks need to go if they want to do a website.
Yeah, go to 22kill.com. If you have a question that you need an immediate answer to, send an email to info@22kill.com, and someone will get back to you very quickly. Look, I'm not going to tell you anyone and everyone who walks in the front door of our Dallas or Fort Worth office that we can help you personally, but we will find someone who can. Okay? I guarantee you that. We turn no one away. We will find someone who can help you, because we're all in this life thing together. It's meant to be done in a tribal aspect.
That is a bad man right there. Very special human being. Jacob Schick, 22 kill, and now an accomplished actor as well.
Get that SAG card.
Whoop, whoop.
Already got it.
There he goes, Jacob Schick.
Thanks, fellas.
Man, he's fun. He's always fun to talk to.
Yeah.
Such a class act, a true hero. Check out all those websites he gave you and all of social media. Jacob Schick, 22 kill, great stuff. All right, coming up next.
Well, hold on. Let's hit this breaking news real quick, Ben.
Okay.
There were a lot of the Cowboys reporters are reporting now that former quarterbacks coach Wade Wilson has passed away today. Today was his 60th birthday.
That is so heavy, dude.
Passed at his home in Coppell. I don't know the specifics on how. I had heard, whispers that, there was obviously the whole Linehan thing kind of taking over the offense. I'd heard whispers, and it's kind of put to me this way. I can kind of get away from it and go focus on my health. So I don't know if there had been something that had been around for a few years.
Right.
But 60 is way, way, way too young.
On his birthday.
I had been with the Cowboys for the last 10 years, obviously, and another 10 years before that. So Wade Wilson dead at 60 today.
Horrible.
On his birthday.
Just horrible news.
Thanks, Kevin. Okay, here's where we're going to go with this. As we continue to broadcast live from Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta, sad news, but we're going to try to turn things around as we are going to now be presented with the montage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, throughout the course of all of our interviews today, or while we've been here all week, I had to work in a bunch of awkward words. You guys came up with the list because I lost the bet. Shippi also lost the bet. He had to come in. What are you calling it? The Pluckers wet mouth question of the day?
It's a little different each time. Sometimes it's the slurp mouth.
All right. So we will have a montage of those highlights from this week at Radio Row in Atlanta coming up next right here on 105.3 The Fan. Before we do, everybody's talking about video cameras these days. The other day on the news, I saw
a guy on a front porch licking a doorbell for 3 hours. It made the news. I mean, that is a scary, freaky thing. Look, video analytics service powered by alarm.com with DFW Security uses artificial intelligence to make sense of what your cameras see in real time. It can tell whether an object in your driveway is a person, an animal, or a vehicle. Here's some examples. Get alerted when a vehicle stops outside your home, but not every time a vehicle drives past. Get notified if somebody lingers by your front door, but not when the mail is delivered.
Yeah, Ben, what you're talking about is the smart security camera package. It's powered by alarm.com. You get the security smart home hub, doorbell cam with two-way audio, 2 HD outdoor cameras with video analytics, and then, hey, free pro installation, free equipment. Yes, free equipment. And all you got to pay is the first month of service to get started. 888-594-5018. That's 888-594-5018. One more time, 888-594-5018. Mention Ben and Scam when you call dfwsecurity.com.
The only way you can take the fan with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
This CBS Sports Minute brought to you by the snoring experts at simplesleepservices.com. Get the right diagnosis, the right solution, the right treatment to help you wake up to better sleep.
This is Jim Rome of the CBS Sports Minute. The Kristaps Porzingis era is over in Madison Square Garden. 1 minute, Knicks fans are getting ready for their 7'3" big man to return from last season's ACL tear. The next, Gonzo. And the Knicks just took the one good thing they've done in the past 20 years, and they shipped him out of town to clear a couple of terrible contracts off the books. They just burned MSG to the ground yet again, and they went all in on the not trying for Zion chase. The chase for that frozen envelope. Lotto win. With 2 max deal free agents this summer. Sure, Kawhi, KD, and Kyrie may all be out there, but given how they treat their star players, why would any of them want to go to work there? The most hopeless franchise in the NBA is selling hope. What could possibly go wrong? I'm Jim Rome.
When 2 fan favorites come together, you've got a Dickey's Barbecue Pit game changer. Step up to the block and tackle the Mac Stack, our signature mac and cheese topped with any of Dickey's quality slow-smoked meats, legit Texas brisket, pulled pork, chicken, or sausage. It's a perfect game day matchup. Got your hands full? Dickey's delivers just in time for kickoff. Come in and see us or visit dickeys.com. Legit Texas barbecue.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. But not with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology actively invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you, the needle in the haystack.
Try ZipRecruiter now for free by going to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Are you ready to drive into the new year in a luxury vehicle? Well, it's only one click away at CertifiedAutoplex.com, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Yes, you heard me right. Free lifetime powertrain warranty on most makes and models. With a refreshingly honest, no pressure experience and rates below industry standard, Certified Autoplex helps you get the car you deserve. We have hundreds of luxury vehicles to choose from. Browse our inventory online at CertifiedAutoplex.com. That's CertifiedAutoplex.com.
Everybody all aboard for one explosive show with Charlie Wilson live. Charlie Wilson is back in Thackerville. Saturday, February 23rd, Windstar World Casino and Resort. Charlie Wilson. One unforgettable night with all of his hits. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Charlie Wilson.
Hey guys, good news. The outrageously expensive little blue pill is now generic, which means you can get the prescription medication to treat ED at affordable prices. And Hims makes it extra affordable. Right now, get your first month supply for free. All you pay is just $5 for your medical consultation when you go to forhims.com/order. After that, it's just $30 for a month's supply. Sure beats paying big bucks for just one blue pill, doesn't it? Plus, you won't need an awkward in-person doctor's appointment to get the prescription. Hims has doctors online who can prescribe the medication, and a pharmacy sends it right to your door. It's affordable, private, and incredibly easy. Nobody likes dealing with ED. Now, thanks to Hims, nobody has to. And that's really good news. To get your first order for just $5, you need to go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/order. That's forhims.com/order for your first month for just $5. forhims.com/order.
This is the exclusive home of Dallas Cowboys football. KRLD FM and HD1, Dallas, Fort Worth. Let's go, Cowboys.
A radio.com station. Live from Radio Row at Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. This is the Ben and Skin Show. #Tolo. Thanks for turning it on, leaving it on. 105.3 The Fan.
All right, coming up today at 4:40, I humiliated myself with every female Facebook follower that I have.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's really, really awkward, and I'll tell that story, that sad, sad story at 4:40. Mike Silver from the NFL Network is coming up next. He's got some great Jane Slater stories that we need to talk to him about. We're trying to get some dirt on her. She's awesome. But before we get to that, we've got to talk about the bet that we had this week. Now, we all picked teams going into the conference championships, and because the Patriots and the Rams made it, I lost. Shippi lost.
You had the Saints and the Chiefs.
Think about that. How did I not win? I thought I had it made. KT won and Skin won, so myself and Shippi had to work in a bunch of awkward things into every interview we did this week for the most part. Those, for me, it was working in 30 or so words. Now, 4 of those words were shot down by our program director before we got to air them.
Right.
And one of our guests brought up one of those words on her own while we were here this week, which was crazy. But how did you guys come up with these words?
Well, we just sort of workshopped it. In fact, we got most of them on the air. We took some from listeners, had a few ideas on some.
Tolos were huge in this, texting in on the AutoFlex Leasing fan text. A lot of great words to kind of throw in. I found a few. We made up one on pleasure die. That was a word that was just made up on the fly.
Yep.
So I would try to make it a little different than last year. We copied some of the words from last year, but you just wanted to make it awkward. And for the most part, every single time it was awkward. And there was also the element of Shippi's animal sound or pleasure sound back at the studio thing, which turned out to kind of be more torture on everyone else because he doesn't have to deal with it.
He's not even there. You don't have to make eye contact with him. But
he was very weird.
It was hilarious. It's incredibly weird. And I thought you did a great job. So, if you were hearing the interviews this week and didn't know why there were weird questions being asked or why Shippi was behaving oddly, well, that's why, because we lost a bet. And so Shippi has prepared a montage of all the greatest moments that happened this week with regard to all this. And what do you think? Should we just dive in? Have we explained it well enough?
I think we've explained it well enough.
All right, here we go.
Hey, we'll know when they're here because the Wienermobile will drop them off.
Oh, the Wienermobile will be, huh?
Yeah, the Wienermobile will arrive, and the actors are here, and then it's just a party.
I want you to focus on Kevin KT Turner. Hey,
yes, sorry.
He's on our show. He's very talented. He also, I thought it was when you said side hustle. He has a band called Dingleberry Cherry. Nice. They're fantastic.
And,
but what about the super fan who's chafing, just listening to you hear this, and is not going to slurp up that knowledge you just dropped? What do you say to that guy?
Keep on being a super fan.
Veteran quarterback has been here time and time again. For the young quarterback, is this a tight sphincter moment where he ends up like, okay, I'm super nervous, I'm on the big stage?
When I think of the way I want to pleasure die, there's a lot of ways you could go. To me, eating this Angus steak would be one of the greatest ways to pleasure die.
How about you? How would you like to pleasure die?
Certified Angus beef.
Thank you.
Just kind of wrap it around me.
Eat your way out and then die.
Is that wrong? Is that wrong?
No.
Darren, I wonder if in your free time, do you ever make a trip to the casino? And if so, do you play blackjack? Do you like baccarat? Sorry.
What?
Or, sorry, man. 3-card poker.
Baccarat?
Yeah, baccarat.
Who's your yeast beast of the game for the Super Bowl?
Where do you come up with this stuff?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeast?
Yeast
And
is not. Yeast grows without being
Okay,
sunlight.
say the yeast best.
Yeast beast.
Yeast
So
beast.
who's the unsung dark horse hero? The
You could just ask it that way.
Do you guys have a micropene situation that if it's a really small problem, or does it have to be a bigger problem?
No, it can be a very small problem because a small problem will turn to big if you don't grab a hold of it.
Right. A supple, like a supple problem. Do you take care of those or?
No.
Okay. A guy that takes risks, calculated risk, but is not scared to put his gonads on the table in a game like this. Do you find that gonads kind of go back up in the body or
not get hot? You know, because he's like KT. What in the world?
Can you please pull that?
We'll need that forever.
Lord.
It just seems like when you bring up the Patriots, people are quick to gurgle and drink the Kool-Aid.
All right. Well, we're going to hype this up. We don't want it to be a secretion.
No, just go to action.
We don't want this to be a secret. We want this to blow up and to be a large thing.
Right.
We want to hype it up.
Okay, we're going to need to stop. What do we start this interview with?
Dave, I'm a big fan of your Pursuit of Happiness TED Talk. I was just wondering if it all was inspired at all by Kid Cudi. Is that your favorite Kid Cudi song? Was inspired by that at all? Are you a fan of Kid Caddy?
Knowledge of Kid Caddy.
We played a game called Wet and Wilder, where we did trivia and squirted each other with squirt guns.
Who squirted more?
Oh,
So you've worked with C.J. Anderson. Have you worked with other NFL? But did you work with Golden Tate?
He's a friend of mine as well.
Our producer would have been a gynecologist. He was studying for that. So what would you have done if you wouldn't have played football? Would you have been a chef?
Andy, I'm a lot like you. I'm a big cat guy. And I just wanted to check up just because I check out Peter King's Monday Morning Quarterback, and Mr. Fizzles and other cat have come up. So I just kind of wanted to check up on them and how they're doing.
Yeah, I appreciate that. This show just went a whole different direction.
Okay, so you're talking about the geometry of the game. Essentially, by the way a team lines up versus the way another team lines up, it removes the possibility for there to be an orifice, the running lane, the hole to shoot through. Yeast beast?
Yeah, if you want me to use the term, I sense. Yeast beast. Bam. Michael, okay, now fist bump for yeast beast.
and shootout. Fist bump for yeast beast.
I always tell KT, get your panty in a bind.
No,
just relax, have a good time, and enjoy. So don't sweat the weather.
Yeah, don't worry
I've heard
about
him
it.
say that a bunch. Like any of us, no matter how positive you are, every once in a while life is going to kick you directly in the crotch. What do you do when that happens?
I just realized you said tight sphincter.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard anyone say loose sphincter. Have you? No?
No, I never have.
Coach, as a former head coach and a very successful one at that, do you find yourself when you're watching others, coach, do you find yourself having a hard time to distance yourself as a coach? Do you watch as a spectator?
What do you make of Saints fans who are dripping with envy, who would ride bareback at Clydesdale through the gates of hell to be in this game? What do you say to them? But late in the game, guys are tired. Some of them are chafing. They're exhausted. How do you motivate somebody inside the fourth quarter? I had some barbecue before I came to Atlanta.
Did you?
Back in Dallas, and man, I was munching on that like a beaver on a log.
You know what? Yeah,
full beaver. You need a refractory period in there to kind of regain your whatever and just refresh and get back out there. And so, how does he do it?
It's one of the worst questions I've had all day.
Hey, you know what?
You know what? I appreciate it. I like the creativity, my man.
Wow.
What a trip. God, there's so much there. Way to go, guys. That takes a lot of focus and gonads to do that.
It does take a lot of gonads. Babe.
That sucked. that absolutely sucked.
Because all your creative energy is not really going towards the next question with the guest. It's, okay, what way can I form this question and get the word in? And then
you got to worry about what the guy's thinking as he walks off going, does that guy know what refractory means?
Yeah.
I think he's using some words he doesn't know what they mean.
And a lot of times they just go with it,
Yeah.
What
what about Shippi? He said Kid Caddy. And Dave Meltzer goes, I'm very familiar with Kid Caddy's work. What? It's a thing he just made up.
It's so crazy.
What are you talking about?
The Tony Boselli interview, that was actually pre-recorded. We'll play it a little bit later.
5 o'clock.
Okay, you're going to hear that, and it's so awkward and tense. I mean, it's because he's not really fully understanding what's going on, but he's willing to call everyone out on it.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit. Be listening for that in the 5 o'clock segment. So good.
Shippi, great work with the montage.
Thank you.
Really. What was the hardest part about that for you?
Really, the hardest part was whenever you guys threw it to me with Broadus, and I was like, God, I actually really respect and like this guy.
I know.
That was great because Broadus was hip to it.
Yeah. It's just,
so he was just playing right along with it.
Yeah. Other than that, I'd probably say, like KT was saying, like it's really hard to just work in a moan or a animal noise in the middle of your question.
Hey,
to all these people.
Ben, look to your right and describe what's happening.
There's a guy in a fur coat talking to WEI Boston now.
Is that Travis Frederick?
It is a human. It's a giant man in a big bear fur coat. And dude, this is why I could never live on the East Coast. Boston radio, these guys have been screaming at each other for over an hour.
Yeah.
A passionate debate where guys are getting angry, they're yelling, their faces are red, they're screaming at each other. There's 6 of them around a table. The argument, it's just one argument. It's whether or not Tom Brady is the best ever or second best ever.
Man.
And guys are drawing a line in the sand, letting you know, hey, I'm not having it. He's not. He's the second best ever. And this is where I'm going to die on this mountain. Joe Montana is better. Well, are you saying he sucks?
Horrible.
No, I'm saying he's the second best ever.
Right. I'll just go win Super Bowls with either one. How does that work? Can we end this conversation now?
Just unbelievable.
Taking
unbearable.
It's been fun though, but aside from the yelling, it's kind of been fun. The best moment of the week was the Porzingis thing.
Yeah.
When that all went down and we were all chanting it, and but the difference in us just yelling with each other though, or callers or whatever.
Yep.
Is you looked around and all the other markets, there's kind of a knowing nod of we know what the news happened. Good for you guys, Dallas.
Because
more headlines for Dallas, Fort Worth.
Every station was talking about it because it was just coming down. It was huge breaking news. And think about even all these East Coast stations, they're going to be talking about it.
Porzingis.
Yeah.
By the way, that guy over there that's from Detroit, I always forget his name.
Rob Parker.
I was on Cold Pizza in 07 after the season was over, breaking down the playoffs. Me and Curtis Granderson got to go there as soon as the season ended to be analysts for Baseball Tonight and everything.
Cool.
And I'm sitting there on Cold Pizza, and he's about to have a deal on Skip Bayless. Well, Skip is going to take the better quarterback side. He's like, no, Brett Favre is way better player than Tony Romo. This is 07. So after they lose to Seattle, Cowboys get off to a great start. That guy has to take the Tony Romo side of the argument, 5 minutes going to commercial break. And I'm from Dallas. I'm a big Tony Romo fan at that point. He barely has any clue who Tony Romo is. I mean, he knows he's a starting quarterback for the Cowboys, but has no clue how to do this debate. So I'm the one almost like producing, trying to help him out, giving him Tony Romo stuff to say, hey, this is why Tony Romo is good or as good as Brett Favre or could be better than Brett Favre in 2007. He had no idea.
There's some great insight as to when you're watching this crap. You are watching crap.
Yeah.
It is so contrived and phony. And let's just have people yell.
God bless the loyal Tolos. God bless everyone in Dallas, Fort Worth, and the South. They don't want that.
No,
they don't crave that. They don't.
Realness.
Yeah, I don't need one guy to take one side of an argument and the other to take the other, and you guys yell and scream at each other. You don't have to do that.
Right.
You don't have to fake it. Just have a real conversation.
And if it's legit, great, go for it. But man, just the contrived. Hey, this is what people are into. I just can't do it.
No,
man.
I can't either. All right, man. Coming up next, Mike Silver joins us from the NFL Network. Great interview. He knows a lot about Jane Slater. We're going to get a lot of goods from him. Coming up next, do not miss Mike Silver on 105.3 The Fan. Before we get to that, I want to give you the word of the hour. It is Peanut, Peanut. Peanut is the word. Text that into 728. What's the word, Shippi?
Peanut.
Text that word into 72881 to be a part of our national Turn It On, Leave It On national cash contest. Good luck, everybody. Hope you win. Before we move on, I want to talk about Diamonds Direct. What if you could buy a car today, drive it for a year or two, and then when you trade it in, they give you 100% of the value of what you paid the first time towards your new car. Think about that. The car didn't depreciate one bit. It's not happening. They don't even give you 100% if you bring it back in a couple days. The minute you drive it off that lot, a car depreciates. But listen to this. At Diamonds Direct, if you buy a diamond today and she wants to trade it in for a bigger one in a year or two or however long, they'll give you not 100%, but 110% of your original purchase price towards the new diamond.
Ben, you're not going to find anything that good any other jewelry store anywhere. That's why we support Diamonds Direct. We think they're the best. And, we really want you to get in between February 4th and February 14th, right? Valentine's Day. That's going to be a time period where you can get some unbelievable 0 down, 0% interest financing and really do something big. Hey, it's always a good time to go to Diamonds Direct, but make sure and hit it in that 10-day span leading up to Valentine's Day, and you will be absolutely blown away. Real value, uncompromising quality, integrity, and transparency. That's what Diamonds Direct is all about. Right there at Preston Road and Sherry Lane. Go check them out. Tell them Ben and Skin sent you. It's the official jeweler of the Dallas Cowboys. It's Diamonds Direct.
The one place to grab the fan wherever you go. Radio.com. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
Joining us now on the Ben and Skin Show, it's our buddy David Blandino with Autoflex Leasing. And coming up tomorrow, he'll be a radio host with the Saturday morning test drive right here at 105.3 The Fan. And then, of course, Monday is Save Money, Monday, Save Money, Monday, Monday.
All right, guys. Hey, you're right. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock right here on The Fan, Saturday morning test drive. We're going to talk about new drivers, what young people want in their cars. We're also going to be talking about things that affect the way you drive and 10 ways to be a better driver. And maybe, finally, some countries that you would not want to get a ticket in that are a lot worse than our country. So we'll have that. We'll also have a good story on the fastest depreciating cars to let you know what cars may be good deals and bad deals. So all of that tomorrow morning right here on 105.3 The Fan, 9 a.m. Saturday morning test drive. Also, Save Money Monday. We'll have those cars up by this evening. They will be at Autoflex.com. They are under Managers Specials, and they are special. They are discounted for real, for real. You can save some money by getting one of those cars. And remember, you could buy that car, you could lease that car, or you could get the best of both worlds and flex buy that car. So tomorrow morning, Saturday morning test drive, Save Money Mondays, cars online tonight, Autoflex.com.
Yep, Autoflex.com. And hey, if you want to give them a call, it's 234-1234, and that number works with any local area code. Hey, David, why should we call Autoflex?
Because we are the good guys.
Hey, everybody, Joe Tessitore here from Monday Night Football. I want you to join me at the Star on February 2nd.